adventurers. And welcome to the 6th episode of Day 20! 3 hours of laughter, drama and adventure recording a D&D podcast. I'm your buddy, the Dungeon Master, of course. And
hey, buddy.
Once again, I'm joined by my colourful cast of characters. And once again, we're joined by Amy.
Hey!
So,
This time.
welcome back to the madness.
Thank you, I'm scared again.
Sorry, I only killed you like twice last time.
That's fine.
Yeah, only a few deaths.
I've been informed.
I think that's literally it. It's, these intros are so quick, we don't actually have anything to promote or
Bourbons.
Do you know about the dog?
No, what's this dog?
Oh yeah, you don't know about
Great
it.
hell.
You'll be informed, I'm sure.
I've got to remember to
You need to cast.
I need to cast. Better not forget.
Wait, what's this?
I need to cast on it.
Oh right, animal friendship or whatever it is. Okay, so without further ado, let's delve into today's episode of Day 20! So filthy!
I can't.
Last week on Dirty Twenty, you began by setting out back up the path. Oh god, I've just fucked it again. Fuck it. You began by setting back out on the path, tracking the orc that had been terrorising the lonesome tavern you had come across before. Following the tracks north, they went off-road towards the North Wolfbane Woods. You continued your pursuit. As you breached the woods, nighttime soon fell and rain began to pour. All of a sudden you were jumped by a pack of wild dogs. After an eventful fight,
It was.
you managed to kill all but one, knocking the final unconscious. Tying it up, you brought it with you, and Thriss cast Animal Friendship on it. You quickly found somewhere to rest for the night. In the morning, you managed to spot an orc scout running away from the camp. You made chase, but quickly lose them. Eventually you came across a small clearing, the palisades of the orc camp in disrepair. Aria and Rusty scout ahead, making their way around either side of the camp. However, as they're gone, Alistair notices that the rest are surrounded, but it's too late. The orcs spring their ambush on the party. The battle is hard, but you finally manage to finish off Brackar and his men.
Sweet.
Heading back into the camp, scouring the tents, you found the stolen tavern gold, an iron ring, a journal from the orc, and a note addressed to Brackar from Korzor. During your investigation of the camp, you happened upon 4 prisoners in a cell, 3 humans, young adult female, young boy, and a middle-aged Nord, as well as a tabaxi with black fur and white speckles. And that is where we left off. So, all of you are stood in the middle of this, or resting in the middle of this encampment. Like I said last time, you can have your short rest officially, but canonically, we're going to assume that it's after whatever may happen next. Rusty has just walked back into the camp. Seems to be holding a key in his hands between those claws.
Like claws. Like dangling.
I'm just gonna walk back into the tent and see if they will follow me. I've already told them.
Yeah, you talked to go.
Yeah, I'm going in the tent.
Yeah.
Wait for me.
Yeah, last words were literally someone in the tent.
Let's go in the tent.
You head back into the tent and you can see once again these prisoners in this single cell. This tabaxi now kind of crouched, almost in a meditative position, hands clasped together. One eye opens. I see you're back.
What's your name?
Very forward of you. This one is setting stars. And who are you?
My name is Orus.
I have not seen many of your kind around here.
Who are the others?
The ones I am joined with?
Yes.
I do not know. We were captured separately. But I'm sure they can tell you that themselves.
We had a similar situation ourselves. I'm gonna go over, put the key in the lock, look around at everyone.
Should we just do a little check on them first?
I'm gonna take the key out of the lock.
You tease. This one does not like this.
What was her name?
Arus. Come on, they have been in there.
Setting
captive
stars.
Setting Stars.
For a while.
I just want to do.
Yeah, what did he say? Setting stars.
Setting stars is what this one called themselves.
This one.
This one.
What is this one again?
The tobacco.
It's like the, what's it in
Because even though I did that
Hannah. They refer to
I
themselves as
going.
this
I mean,
one, don't
of course I know what's going on. I was definitely here last week.
I'm just gonna.
As it has ways.
Because I'm a bit
Does she have any scuba on?
on the edge of being jumped last week by orcs. I'm just gonna do a little check on them to make sure they don't look like them.
Roll a
Turn
perception
into
check.
Ooh, not bad.
17.
You don't see any orc around.
Alright.
Do any of them look injured or?
I mean, they look worse for wear.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
There's a
Roll
kid in this,
me
isn't there?
roll me a perception check.
There's
Come
no-
on, Max.
There's no weapons around.
Roll me a perception check.
14.
No,
They
they
just
look
come out.
quite dirty. I wouldn't say like it doesn't look like they've been beaten, but it looks like they're malnourished.
Yeah.
Maybe been fed things that aren't exactly nutritional. Yeah, they're a little bit worse for wear, but not like being beaten. What was your roll?
11.
11. Not that you can see, but they are in rags. It's pretty open. So unless they're really concealing something well, you're pretty sure there's nothing, no weapons in there.
Sorry, remind me. It's a tabaxi, 2 humans.
3 humans.
3 humans.
One is a young woman,
Mhm.
maybe in her mid-20s.
Mhm.
One is like a really young boy,
Mhm.
like between 3 and 7, and the other one is virgin or middle-aged, and that's the older man. He's got like a braided beard that kind of starting to grey. It's black, but starting to grey at the roots.
Didn't we hear something about someone who had a
Yeah, it was at the
missing
saw.
child?
It was at the sort of the burnt down sawmill. He said they took their son.
Yes,
So I'm
it's,
assuming.
Found that letter.
it's gonna.
Yeah. So this. I'm
Wait.
assuming this boy's. The,
What? Do you still have the letter?
I don't know. What? Did
That's the notes.
we, who had the note?
I didn't take it.
Someone took.
I
I think
don't
you
have
took
it.
the note. I'm sure you took it. I'm sure you saw him taking the note.
Me? I don't have no. I have notes
It
this
wasn't
last
it wasn't a
campaign.
physical. It wasn't a physical note. But I'm sure you said to me.
Oh, I wrote.
By the way, just to let you know, I'm taking the note from your.
This was before I joined.
I'm
them,
sure you did. Yeah, this was before. This was in the second.
So I do.
I
do have a note of it
Did
somewhere.
I write down what was on it though?
I do have a note of it somewhere, but I just.
I mean, if you have it.
I can't remember what it said. I remember something about a little
Tell
boy.
Garvin in Silcity they took my son. His sister died fighting.
Oh.
So we need to take this
Do you know?
kid to
Any of you know
Garvin.
a guy called Garvin?
Kid say that picks up.
Okay. They look fine. You should let them out.
I think we've wasted our time keeping them in here.
Mhm.
We let them out quick.
I unlock the cell. Step back.
Opens. Tabaxi stands up and begins to just shuffle out, as do the others. Eventually, though hesitant at first, they all leave the cell, and they just kind of stood in this tent with you, not really sure what to do. They all look a little bit confused, maybe overwhelmed, probably. in the face of, well, what do we do now?
I kind of crouch down so I'm eye level with the kid, and I get out some like rations and like say, "Are you hungry? Come on. What's your name?"
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Persuade the child.
Oh, good. What do we do?
So he seems a little
That
bit
is good. Sorry, he can't
the most hesitant out of all of them. But eventually, Daniel?
Dano.
As you're doing this, I go to the others. There's more food outside. They were preparing a meal when we came, so I'm pretty sure we can spread that evenly between us. You look like you need a good meal.
The tabaxi and the woman go out,
Yeah,
and the North man kind of gives you all on one side, just kind of judging your strength. Heads out. He looks like he was once quite a muscular man, but the conditions of being left in this tent, in this cave, looks like they've taken their toll on his form.
He's emaciated or something.
It's outside the tent. But the boy kind of stays. He's
Back to you.
back to his left
Oh,
of
okay.
the tent.
I say, "My name is Aria. Would you like to get some fresh air?" Come on. And I like take his hand. I lead him out.
Now that he's this close to you, you can see that there are like these tear stains down his face, like through the filth in the muck. It's about the only place that isn't completely dirty, because they've clearly been washed a lot with his tears.
Is there any like a trough or like a stream nearby that I could maybe wash his face?
Roll me a perception check.
That is 13.
So, not really a stream, because you're kind of stuck in the middle of this encampment at the moment. But I'll say that there's troughs of water,
Yeah.
where obviously they've been using it for either cooking or drinking water. Fairly clean. It's not the best quality water in the world. Like it's
I'll go to one of them and start cleaning his face.
clean as face. Kind of seems to be sticking by the side a little bit.
I'm going to walk out of the tent and go towards the tabaxi. What was your name? Was it Setting Stars?
Yes.
Here, have some water for my skin.
No. This is your water.
You must be dehydrated. How long have you been in there for?
Many moons.
Do you have any idea why they captured you?
Not that I can be sure of.
Where are you from?
You are a forward one.
I am.
May I ask you first, where are you from?
Of course, I am from Zeros.
I have not heard of this land.
It's a small town on the borders of this great swamp.
I see. It must be a wonderful place.
It is. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it, but it's a beautiful place. Maybe you should get down there one time.
Perhaps. Perhaps I will.
So, where are you from?
Well, I see you don't know much about the history of my people.
I do not know.
Well, I'm from a roving caravan around the Dunelands.
What do you trade? Anything or?
We do not trade, we move and experience. But I left that life.
You become on your own, or did you go with others?
That is a difficult question.
Of course, I share in that answer.
We are two people far from our homes.
Indeed. Indeed we are. Where do you go now? You're free.
I'm not sure. I was heading towards Silcity before I left.
Is this him?
Now I am not too sure.
That was the direction we are heading as well.
Well, it would seem Val-Aeria smiles at both of us.
Indeed. I do hope we are not dwelling in the city for too long, though. I hope to go to the springs and the trees.
I share that desire, but more for the sands of my homeland.
Oh,
I just give a little shake. It's our sand.
Flashbacks.
I must have some food now. I am very hungry.
I start taking the food that the orchard prepares and start giving it out equally between the people.
They take that food and they kind of still are a little bit like, who are these group of people that have just walked in and opened up our cages, but they're not really questioning anything. So they're eating their food.
Animal friendship.
Hold up the dog.
Like a dog.
Right. The guy's looking scared.
Fire!
I'm gonna set it on fire.
oh, and
Just like the Mr. Beyond.
vines
You're
just spray out of my hands.
wrong. I'm sorry, wrong spell.
What? Is that a slotted spell?
That was a slotted spell. Yep.
Well, I
That-
guess you just lost
I
the
just
slot.
lost one spell.
You spent a spell slot for me.
I did. Okay, so I've
To
got
be
two.
honest, that's the best way to spend spell.
So now, yeah,
I mean,
animal
Is
friendship.
that not in its own way magic, to be fair? Like,
Is that what?
is that not in its own way magic? You know, the magic of moves.
We're going to be resting after this anyway, aren't we?
Well, you're going to have a short rest.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of one now.
Oh my goodness.
I take a step back from the dog to make sure it has been charmed again. I'm going to give it a little stroke.
Oh yeah, it's got another. Yeah.
Everyone's confused dog in the world.
Oh yeah,
So
roll.
just so you guys
He
know,
just has wine stew
Uh,
out of his way.
the time right now is about 11 a.m.
Okay. It's not quite midday yet.
So it's charmed until tomorrow 11 a.m.
11 a.m. tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
I guess we could just take the short rest while we're eating and stuff like that with these people.
Yeah.
Commandeer the
So,
orcs. 10 seconds.
Now you guys take your short rest.
So when do we technically level? Do we have to do a long rest?
I don't actually know if there is a rule for that. But given the nature of how we're approaching integrating leveling into storytelling, I'm going to say that when I tell you you've leveled, you've leveled.
Okay. So
Because it's not like you rest and go, wow. It's not like a fucking Dragon Ball experience.
yeah.
I'm stronger now. Like,
Level up.
it's not going to be like that.
Okay,
So
sweet.
right now, you guys, after that encounter, you feel like you're a little bit more durable, that you've learnt a little bit of... You've honed your skills, I guess.
Sweet.
And that's how I'm going to roll that. But at the same time, you don't reset all your health on the level up. So, yes. And that's my ruling. And if you don't like it, and unfortunately, that's sad for you, I guess. You come and DM the game. That was to the viewers, not you guys.
I don't ever want to do it.
So, you guys take your short rest and sit around this still raging fire, and have your meal, surrounded by these prisoners.
Once.
No dog.
Oh, yeah.
And a dog. And a dog.
Once Daniel's been cleaned, I'm going to try and cheer him up by doing, you know, the whole like coin behind your ear thing with just a piece of gold, just to try and make him laugh. I'll do a performance if you want me to.
Maybe start with ham.
Maybe.
Or that.
Don't.
Probably
Daniel.
But that's what I'm just like standing back.
Flannel.
You're right.
Oh, child.
Very much of.
Pretzel.
You were like 200 once.
How many like My character's
I
only
know,
like
I'm
8.
just checking the
Wow.
What about
So,
You gotta think of it like
what would you
it's
like to do?
Yeah.
As you begin to finish from your rest, having finished eating, and wow,
That was
well done.
really
That was a
satisfying.
worm.
That
By the way,
was
for those that can see, that was a worm.
That was
Landed cleanly in your
was
mouth.
really
And
satisfying.
that's completely
Now it's
lost
made
on
me-
the list. Is it?
Oddly satisfying.
These pretzels are good.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
Tempted God.
We haven't talked to the man or woman yet.
We don't
Mm.
know. What do they look like? What do the man and woman look like?
It's like a
Well, the
middle-aged
dude's got a
man.
beard.
Well,
I once muscular, middle-aged man
Yeah.
with a braided beard.
Nordic features with this braided
No.
Think Skyrim.
beard.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Things going. And the other one is this fairly youngish looking young woman with dirty blonde hair that kind of trails down past her shoulders, and it's really quite messy. It's obviously not been kept to for obvious reasons, and they're all in tattered rags essentially.
So think me, but on a normal day.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I'm gonna look around for like cloaks or anything that we could put over them, just so they've got like warm clothing.
Roll me an investigation check.
16.
16. Okay. So, I'll say that going through the smaller tents, you can find 2 cloaks.
Nice.
A little bit oversized, especially for the boy.
Yeah.
The ball.
But two cloaks all the same.
Okay. I will take them and try and fashion like maybe like trim one of them so it could fit on Daniel,
Okay.
and then offer the other one to the woman.
Roll me a dex check.
Oh boy.
Just to see
Oh
how good
boy.
it is.
I was going to check how good, but I realised I've only got paint.
Not good. Just straight dex.
Yeah.
11.
It's not the fits of fashion,
But it's functional.
but it works.
Awesome.
Functional.
Put that around him.
Have you considered
And
opening
you
up
have a
your
spare piece of cloth
tailor?
now, like half cloth. Or
Piece
half
of
cloak.
cloth.
You are living the life.
Got a piece of cloth.
Got a piece of cloth. Into the bag, pack it.
My best life. Hey, who never know when you might make a Molotov, you know?
Jeez, can you right?
Gee,
we do
that
that this
escalated
one?
quickly.
Yeah, I've got to go through the manual
Right.
now. What is
Molotov.
Right,
You
that
don't have
time nothing
Molotovs
to
where you're
battle
from?
plans, Jesus.
I have a small thing called an AK-47.
I'd like to invent a weapon, please.
Flashbang.
AK-47.
Just turns into freaking
Just from like wood parts. Yeah.
Rainbow Six.
Okay,
Those dwarves are very good.
so you fashioned your small cloak
Molotov.
for and the Molotov for Daniel.
Yeah, and I just sit next to him and stay by him.
Okay.
Guys, have we got a name for this dog?
Mm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's
Yes, what did you name him, by the way?
Is it like
Cootie.
Cootie.
Goody.
Curie.
So I'm up for suggestions.
My suggestion still stands of Ari. That's a name.
Didn't we
I
think
like
of
so.
Mine was going to be dog.
No.
So we've got Fury, Ari, and Snake.
And what?
Snake.
Snake?
What is your obsession with snakes?
You'll find out.
Oh, God.
I don't want to find out.
I don't know your obsession.
Every
with
time we
animals.
camp, he tries to look for one.
It's like
He
Rosie
does?
Panic.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is the tavern? Like,
It wasn't. It was
Days.
about a day's
You want to
travel.
drink?
Less than a day.
You journeyed 5 hours
Yeah.
to get
It
to
was-
where,
yeah.
where you camped. So you actually had another 2 hours.
Do we have to go there?
3 hours actually on your.
Well, we don't.
Also, this shiny stuff's not ours.
Didn't we
The
talk
gold.
Didn't we talk to the guy before we left?
That's a good point. Actually, it's not our gold.
I go to just an open question to the people like, where are you guys from? Do you have a place to go back to?
Sorry, to the prisoners.
Yeah, to the prisoners.
Well, the ex-prisoners.
I was
I
going
guess.
to say, like,
Yeah.
don't be so suspicious with that word.
So the Nord kind of just gives a little grunt. He's not one for speaking. Daniel obviously not really in a communicative mood, but the young woman pipes up a little bit Yes, my husband runs a farm.
What was his name?
I hope you won't mind, but I've just met you and I really appreciate you opening up the occasional, but
We're just trying to get you back home, that's all.
if you can get me back to the road, I can get home. I hope you don't take offence, but I don't know who you
You
are.
don't have to say anything you don't want to say.
That's understandable.
Understanding people.
May I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you know if this little boy arrived alone? Was he with others?
I came after him.
You didn't see. That's fine.
I think
I can be more help.
No, it's fine.
don't worry, you don't need to help anyone here.
There is a tavern not far that you could get some supplies in. Well, I don't know if you get supplies, but
What tavern?
the Miner's Flagon Inn.
I know.
Yeah, you know it.
Yes.
Could
I'm
you-
not that far from there.
Yeah, you don't live far.
No.
Perfect.
I'll take Mario to one side and be like, what are we going to do about the
The
kid?
little boy.
Yes.
Well, I hate to have to babysit, but we can't just leave him. I mean, for all we know, his parents are dead.
It was his sister, wasn't
But
it?
was it his mother? What was the note again?
Oh, let me just read back in my memory.
In your memory.
You're reading your memory.
My totally perfect memory.
His sister's dead.
His sister's
Oh,
dead.
so we need to look for a Garvin in Silcity.
Okay.
Tell Garvin in Silcity they took my son. His sister died fighting.
They took my...
I took my book.
So his parents are alive. It was his sister who died.
Yeah,
We're going to the city anyway, aren't
Yeah.
If I were to piece this together,
I assume whoever wrote
Oh,
the night will.
Good say,
know
where did you
this
come from?
I assume his dad.
Always watching you.
And his
you'll never know.
Oh, because they probably wrote it as they were coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
double
yeah.
If I were
Okay.
to piece this together
I'm still
based on what
pissing
I've
at this
heard,
child.
I would assume the father is the one who wrote the notes.
Yes.
The woman,
Okay, it was
the
just
sister mentioned, is the boy's mother. And if I had to guess, the man that Garvin is likely the man's brother-in-law.
Okay.
Whoa. May I ask a question to the prisoners? Ex-prisoners? Was there anyone... Who was the first one here?
Sorry.
Yes, right.
It's like
Was probably the one that's been here for many moons.
No, that would be him.
Oh.
Points at the nod.
Can I do an insight check on the Nord?
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, see if his beard's legit.
I go to the audience. Was there anyone in the prison?
One
Too many braids!
You could have did crimes and scale him and
There's
everything.
people
Let's say
won't see you in the
your
defense.
Was there anyone
12.
Wait,
in the
I know
prison?
you.
God damn it.
Just seems very solemn.
Turned into a sky.
So there was no one in the prison that got taken away while you was
Take
here?
him away.
Sorry, who you're sent? You're sent
To the north.
To the north?
Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
Was there anyone in the prison that was taken away while you were here? Or were all the prisoners that were taken here? Free.
Has he said a word?
No, he's just granted.
I just
Was any
Hold
of
on.
them a man?
Is he a man of few words or is he mute?
Would you like some more water?
You want to go and open his mouth? Be my guest.
Thirsty human.
I don't think we're going
Man
to
of
get
few
much out of
words,
him,
yes.
which is fine.
I guess we could take them all back to the tavern.
I say we head back to the tavern.
what language
I'm just sat on the opposite side of the table doing the same.
I'm not staring at him, I'm staring at him.
You're trying to
Have
out
it eat off.
him.
Rolls his shoulders.
Yeah.
What language is the tobacco speak?
Yeah, maybe let's get before someone starts fighting.
He just smirks.
What language does Tabaxi speak?
This goes in
You
your
own?
book.
Oh, sorry.
You know what language does Tabaxi speak?
Tabaxi, I suppose.
Meow.
Who knows? Roll me history check.
They speak.
Tabaxis are technically
They just stop pairing.
Never mind, let's forget that one.
Oh, he did it. 18.
Oh shit.
Are the numbers green as well?
And you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. No, because it's too far away.
It's a while away.
Especially since I didn't know where they were from.
Yes, exactly.
I say we head back to the tavern and then continue to Silcity.
That sounds like a good idea.
We need to get this boy to whoever Garvin is.
Oh, we're taking him with us. Great.
You don't like it?
Oh, love.
Yes, you can entertain him with your flukes.
You sound
Well,
so
look,
convinced.
I'm all about building bridges. We'll get through this, huh?
That's out.
You can probably hear that.
Alright, so once everyone's like finished eating, I guess we rolling out.
Are you all strong enough to walk?
They all say it. They all kind of nod.
Yeah.
I.
Let's get moving.
So you guys are heading back now.
To the tavern.
Let's do the big walk, guys.
So,
On the way, the kid shape shifts into an octopus creature, kraken
It's the
thing.
Froggermuth!
Kid is the big bad.
There's a green hag.
Oh,
God.
fuck.
I
No.
think that's
so
what
let's not go down that route. So,
It's just a
gathering your loot and belongings, you leave the somewhat safety of the Orc encampment and head back into the woods. Using Rusty's keen memory for direction, you can trace your path back through the thick underbrush of the woods. And as you push through the foliage, you realise you're not alone.
Ooh.
Spying several more wild dogs, keeping their distance, but travelling at the same pace.
More dogs.
They want their bro back.
Maybe they do.
They track you for the few hours you spend weaving through the woodland, but as the trees begin to disperse, so do your would-be predators, slinking back into the cover of the woods. Breaking out of the woodland, the sky is in full view, heavy overcast, likely to rain. Continuing on over the hillsides, you find your way back onto the salt path and heading southeast. You watch the sun wane in the sky, teasing the horizon, as the wind begins to pick up, sending a chill through your bodies. You pull your clothes or cloaks around you tighter in hopes of ferrying off most of the cold. Finally, you spot the tavern in the distance. After a long 6-hour trek, you finally make it back to the tavern. Outside.
Wait, so what time is it now?
Come down.
How long
So
is
it
that
would
open?
be, it's 6 PM.
Awesome.
Exactly 6
I wanna, would it be too late to comment on something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say back when with the wolves, would I just say that my master would have called that one of Erish's limited blessings. That they didn't attack us.
Who's the limited person?
Bless up.
Erish.
Who's that?
Erish, you don't know who Erish is?
No.
Oh, he's a spirit of the hunt, spirit of nature.
Not a god.
Oh, no God. Some revere him as God, but no. He had a complicated relationship with my master.
Who is it?
Just posting something through. Live mail on air.
Alright, so
Sponsored by the mail.
Go inside the tavern.
Not spider mail.
I literally
By
don't
Royal
see
Mail.
him.
are we
Okay.
going to
He's
sleep
invisible.
here?
That's been
Outside the
That's a
tavern
good
now.
point, actually.
You're rocking up outside.
Is it
The sun
open?
now kind of in the early twilight hours.
Are the dead bodies still like around?
Oh,
No, we got rid of
yeah.
them, didn't we?
No, I buried them.
Oh,
They're
no,
buried
they
in the
are.
ground.
Yeah, that. Sorry, short-term
Best
memory.
The tavern's open, yeah?
Short time, it was like 2 weeks ago. It's fine. I don't even remember. I don't even remember, and I haven't written them down.
I meant in the wall.
The tavern's
So
open, yeah?
You're back at the tavern.
It's open,
You're
yeah.
not out in. You're not in the tavern.
I'm gonna go inside.
Okay.
How is the kid looking? Is he still looking really
He looks like a kid.
timid and
I mean, he's
Is he
kind of
like-
hugging close to, not hugging, but like
Holding
holding.
his
He's not like
close to-
piggybacking on the back of Aria.
No, but he's like sticking very close to Aria. He seems to have been the one that you've become more attached to.
I have younger siblings. So.
Good for you.
Well, looks like you've made a friend, at least.
After watching what Arya did with the coin, I'll do a similar thing, but with a worm.
Right.
He seems mildly amused. But children bore very quickly.
Is Charles in?
Yeah, he's behind
So not yet.
the bar.
Cool.
Similar patronage. Still not a lot of people in there, but it looks like he looks like he's been putting more tables up and whatnot.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the
So
bar.
you're
I'm gonna
I'll
climb.
join you.
I'm gonna walk up as well.
Oh,
Hello
good
again.
to see ya.
Can I
I did,
flick him a silver?
Oh, nice
Drink.
catch.
I nod.
Drink.
Or you both more of that dark ale. So
It's not
I
quite
get
taste.
two drunk now.
you're not
Take
dead.
a drink.
We're
So
not
you
dead.
didn't find them all.
I pull out the war
Good
chief's
news.
tooth.
Your all problem's been dealt with.
I dealt with it.
Dead.
They're dead.
Yeah,
Blackboard is dead.
The
What
war
are you
chief.
holding?
The war chief's tooth.
Oh, God. You can see he just kind of leans back on the wall behind.
How much money did they take from you, if you don't mind me asking?
We asked them this before.
160. Did you find it?
Yeah.
No.
And I give him
I didn't think it was funny that we
I give
found
him
out this money.
$100.
Oh my gosh.
You found some of it. It's only 100, but
Just better than
help you
nothing.
rebuild.
It's better than nothing, yeah, you're right.
Wait, did you take that out of yours? Oh, then you can have.
We found 200. And I divvied it out.
I haven't felt this relief in such a long time.
It's just a natural reaction.
Hopefully
to
now your
adventure,
patronage
like-
will come back.
He's hoping.
And
Doubt it, but he's hoping.
How many rooms do you have?
yeah,
Spare or in total?
Whatever.
whatever you have free.
Last time I checked, 6.
Okay.
Maybe as a thanks, you could let us stay here tonight if need be.
Oh, if you need room, so you're more than welcome to stay. Of
I'll
course.
be staying.
Of course, I couldn't deny you that.
I must apologize for the mess I left outside your tavern
Ah.
with the spider web.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, adds character, I guess.
I apologise.
Keep other
to him.
walks away.
Don't be
Scary
scaring up
morbid
the
characters.
funds of your tavern anytime soon.
If
don't
anything,
intend
plant
to.
some flowers.
Let's just stop all making
Yeah.
statements. It's not going to help.
I could hear it. I
Yeah.
came out at the end and saw the bodies.
Yep.
I know what happened.
Did we mention we killed some orcs?
Yes.
Good.
Cheers.
Sometimes you
I
just
take
take
my
my
arms
and I
drink away
don't
from
know
you.
how to stop.
yeah.
It fits though.
Yes,
Constantly.
you did tell me that.
Oh, I guess well, I had my first drink 3 days ago. I guess I'll have my second now.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Well, on the house as always.
You still had to pay.
I gave him 100 gold.
Can I stealthily give the kid a little sip?
Okay.
This is
sleight of
bad
hand.
parenting.
That's sleight of hand.
Like that parent sneakily giving.
Roll again. Roll again. Roll again.
Yes, please let me another one.
Oh! Imagine
So
him.
close.
He
The gods are
overdoses.
smiling upon us.
His hand slips and
So
he
what
gives
is
them
the
too much.
total?
Oh, he's
What's the
allergic
total
to
of that?
beer.
You'll have a bonus to sleight of hand, I'm
The
sure.
kid drowns
It's
with
not an
beer. It's like
instant
waterboarding.
3.
So, doing total plus 3.
Yes.
+2, so 3.
Okay.
We all see it.
We all
Everyone
judge
sees
you
it.
We all see
immensely.
You
it.
just go, hey kid.
How old is this kid meant to be again?
Well, I just
You're the one voice that I'm really struggling
I just
with.
think this is normal. I'm not used to being around kids, so I walk up with my glasses.
Can I just say, this is... I have to say what Jack normally says, which is this is why we need a camera, because the added value of your water
We need that
just
bottle.
made that so
That
bad.
combined
Third
with
bottle.
that, I grab his shoulders and like take him back. Like,
When I see Guy walking over, I'm just going to cover his mouth.
I-
One
I-
sip's enough.
Is that cheap?
Like, you just cover his ears. You know that meme where it's like someone swears, they swear.
That's alright, that's alright. Yeah.
don't worry, you get used to the taste.
Yeah. Do you have any milk?
Is this normal on the mainland to feed children alcohol?
He kind of leans over the bar and sees there's a kid there. You adopted a kid?
I go to
Adopted is
And
not
the
the
dog
right word.
runs in.
I can certainly get it. I'll get you some milk.
Thank
he
you.
goes under the bar and clatter around some shit underneath the bar and comes
It's
out with a jug. Gives you a little
Give it to Dan.
wooden
I want
mug
some
of-
flesh
This
for
is
the
more your
dog.
speed,
I'll
though.
say, no.
Would you like?
I thought you was going to say
Yeah,
milk.
It's more rotten flesh.
Anything
Rotten flesh. They like rotten flesh.
Yeah, they like eating things that'll make them vomit.
I don't know. I eat it and I'm fine.
I think he's full.
Rotten
If
flesh.
you wish to kill the dog, that's fine.
Oh, you're eating the
Maybe
dog.
we
Just
should
allow
keep
us
the
to
dog
eat it
away
afterwards.
from that one. Just maybe.
From me, he's my friend too.
Okay.
If anything, they're besties because he cast the spell.
Alright.
Yeah, dogs. Yeah, dogs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry, he's friendly. For now.
We can put him outside if you like.
He must have
We can also
pretty
put
mangy.
him outside if you like.
he's not.
Hey,
What?
Please tell me he's not letting shit over the place. Just clean it up.
I'll clean it up. Don't worry.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
He's gonna eat it, aren't you?
I take the lead of the dog and just take him outside.
Can I just say, there's a real chaotic energy in this session today, and I'm loving it.
Yes, the dog's now outside.
Dungeons and Dragons.
We've now got a kid and a dog.
I love it.
All I'm gonna say is this party is just chaotic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what?
it's absolute pure chaos.
Well, we have
Not
a kid
time
and
to
a
say
dog.
Chaos boys.
That's the most
One of
fun.
them's not going to live to see next session.
We've got all the other people with us.
The whole
No.
time.
I mean,
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a backseat, the man and the woman with us.
They,
The back
they,
seat is
they've
your-
You go to the
journeyed
bar.
with
Got any
you,
black coffee?
They're just standing all
they
to be in
kind
the
of,
corner.
yeah, I mean, they kind of like,
Not with
I'd
these.
say that they've come in and
Okay.
they kind of just stood with you as the group rather than anything. But the woman kind of comes forward. Charlie? Oh. Ali. What are you doing there?
Do you two know each other?
Oh yeah, this is Ali, this is Darnell's wife. What are you doing here? And she kind of closes off a little bit. Hey, he saved me. I got caught. Come on. I'll give you a room for the night, and we'll take you over to the farm tomorrow. Your husband's been drinking himself stupid.
Oh, that guy that I talked to. The one in the
Wait, what?
the one in the session where Val-Aeria joined us. I went to talk to a guy who was drinking on his own.
Oh,
We're just making.
And you keep. That's when he kind of shifts off and takes her into the back room and kind of helps her.
I guess that's one of them taken care of.
Well, where's this man going?
Right now?
where's the middle-aged man gone?
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
no.
got his own drink and he's sitting at a table. It's just,
It's
it's
like
like he's
we're
not
going
even
to
really
get
drinking.
much
It's
out.
literally just
I'm just
kind
gonna.
of.
Yeah.
I'm
He's-
just gonna sit with him and just.
Wait,
drink.
no, he's an independent man. He don't need no man. He don't need no one.
Yeah,
He's an
Dragon
independent
Ball.
man and don't need no man.
Yeah. Or party.
Oh god, my face is really fuzzy again.
Data, you still have your flute.
Yeah, but that's it. That's squashed in the front.
Could you play a song?
Yes.
Do
Sure.
do do. I'm
Get on
gonna.
the bongos. I
Also, did
get
anyone-
The bongo.
start whistling along with it.
You're starting loop deletes in the air.
Bardic Bardic disinspiration.
Oh no! Hey, you can't knock on to be a number 1 song.
Actually, I have that pack of cards, don't I?
You do.
I'm going to take out the cards.
Please do.
Just start.
I'm gonna start dancing with Daniel.
I'm going to take over some of my herbs to Tabaxi.
Yeah, like a wedding, you know.
The Tabaxi's kind of stood within the group of you rather than
On his own.
He said he was going to Silver's.
Silcity.
So, where you guys? You're going over to the Tabaxi.
I'm going over to Tabaxi, yeah.
Cool.
I would you like a drink or something else to...
Water will do me fine.
Water, okay.
Yes.
I have a little bit left in my skin.
Are you sure this is?
It is absolutely fine.
And he. How much? How much are you giving him? How much is that for you?
I've probably got 3/4 left of a skin,
Okay.
like that big.
Do you mind?
Of course, it's for you.
So he kind of uncorks it, takes a very small sip, and he actually walks to one of the corners near the bar, not within the group of people that are drinking, the group of people that are drinking, and he sits down almost in this meditative position and uncorks the water skin and just dribbles a little bit on the floor, brings it up and lets it just pour over his face. Corks it. There's still a little dribble left. I appreciate this.
No worries. If I can help you, I will help you. It seems like you are you a man or of faith?
Are we not all of faith to something in this world?
He's very true. I like to learn. My master taught me it is good to learn about different races and creatures' faith.
Well, your master was a wise man.
He was like a father to me. He was my father, really.
Well, I'm sure he would be very proud.
I think he's still proud. I don't know. He's somewhere in the swamp. I hope one day I can show you and show everyone him. Cookie Man.
He's just Shrek.
Tell me about your faith. What were you doing there? You look like you are meditative.
It is a ritual that my people do. To worship Val-Aeria
Matarari.
and the sacredity of water.
You say it?
Beautiful. The sacredity of water.
Yes, I thought you said water. Water is very sacred.
No, about that.
Roll a religion check.
Plus
religion.
yes, which is 16.
16?
Yeah.
Oh, let's find out, Sean. Okay. Well, you as a player might know a little bit, but it's... You kind of might have learned a little bit about the spirits, simply because it's a little bit of a topic of that you might have been made aware of it rather
So it's not
than
one
reading
of
it.
the Once.
No.
Okay.
It is, however, in fact, actually, yeah, you probably would know. It's the Matahari is the greater spirit of the desert, and heralded as a god created by the Tabaxi.
Fair enough. Sweet.
And there are a lot of rituals to do with water and consumption and it being really sacred. That's probably what you'd know from that.
Water is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
I don't know what my scales would do without it. Probably dry up in your homeland.
Water keeps us alive. Well, I'd be interested to know what you and the rest of your group are doing. You're planning to... You mentioned that you were going to Silcity?
Yes, we are. I think some of us have other motives there, but we are mainly taking this boy here to Silcity.
I see. Well, if you are journeying eastward to the city, perhaps I could join you on your voyage. If that would be acceptable.
Mm-hmm. I have no objection.
Of course.
He does a
I
slight little
agree
purring
with
sound.
Just turns into a
I'm just
trombone
imagining him like
suddenly.
sipping milk, like
Takes a kid
You know, I always like cats.
he just really drunk, so he just like not processing it. I'm just playing cards in the corner.
My character's just back in the corner, just watching this. Okay.
Well, let me know when you wish to begin. The roads are safer in groups, so I would rather journey with people that I believe I can trust.
Perhaps we should introduce ourselves to be polite.
Oh, of course.
Of course, I don't even know your names.
As soon as he says that, I go, right, I'm Alexander on first.
Very good to meet you, Alexander.
Sensitive.
I was the Dax and Alexander are not the first.
Wow.
Fair play.
Wow.
I have a good memory. The DM does not.
My name is Aria.
Aria.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasant.
Gaia, can I hold out a worm?
Where did you get these worms from?
That's my one.
Thank you.
I don't think the guy introduced me.
No, I don't believe you.
I am Frisk.
Please.
Good, sir.
Is this the first time a lot of us are seeing a tabaxi?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
First time I've seen it to back.
Yeah,
Oh,
most
maybe.
likely. In fact, I think it's probably all of your
Yeah.
first time seeing it.
I'm really glad he
Maybe
didn't take offence
not
to the
you.
one.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
not
You
me.
trying-
might be the only one that's
I really
seen
like
it.
this
Yeah.
You've seen some shit.
I've seen many a fine
Weird
traveller
cat
on my
people.
travels.
If I turn into it.
Weird
What
cat
colour
people.
is
Again,
What
Skyrim.
with,
Think Skyrim, the cat people.
Like
Yeah.
black,
Khajiit.
navy blue with like specks of white throughout, like stars.
You're very pretty.
Jesus Christ, not again.
I appreciate the sentiment. Great.
Daira. With a ra. The end of it.
An elf.
Yes.
So for context for you,
I just wanted to say this. Sorry.
the elves invaded their
Yeah, I know. I
Oh.
know. I just want to
I
make.
thought it was
Yeah.
almost like it was.
Hey, this guy don't know how to.
So you can see he's like, you almost see his fur start to prick up a little bit, and
He's not purring anymore.
Do I see that reaction?
yeah, I mean all of you can read. It's
Oh, okay.
not a hidden response, but he kind of.
Look, in my defense, I'm not really down for that stuff that happened before, so you know.
Water under the bridge.
Water.
Yes.
Makes room for worms.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a very powerful statement. For water passes and continues forever. Never ending.
I mean, So it evaporates.
That was so poetic.
I try. But
Can I pass you a drink?
Are you good in a fight?
I can hold my own when I need to.
I want to test his reflexes and go,
it's like
Roll
that.
me an
It's
attack roll.
An attack roll.
You just fling the child at him.
It's just going to be
Roll a natural 20.
your-
It'll be amazing.
your strength
which is not
Modifier.
good.
plus your proficiency because it's unarmed.
So 13.
13.
Just punch him in the face.
Like you go to punch and he just kind of moves and like brings like he flicks up a claw and it just kind of taps your hand out of the way.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. You see that?
I don't know why, but
Incredible.
the word matrix is coming into my head. I have no idea what it means.
I like you.
Can you see it? Can you see the movie?
I don't know. What pill?
I see that you are not well versed in the martial fighting.
No, I just wanted to see how quick you were. And you're quick.
Very quick.
Staring at you, sir.
If
I'm
you
in
do not,
awe. Ari is in
if
awe
you
right
do
now.
not
Tempted
mind,
to
I-
come on, canoe.
it has been a long day and I would like to have the first rest in a comfortable space.
Of course.
Sure.
I don't know how many rooms there are, but you can have the room I would have. I'm going to sleep outside.
I appreciate this. Good night. And he
Good night.
walks up and you can see these kind of set stairs that seem to wind up to the next level and
Did tabaxis have
I'm
tails?
just imagining this tabaxi
There you go.
being
I
grown
watch
into
him
a
leave and
woman
I'm
just like armadillo away.
Well, they are
See
weird
the
cat
fluffy
people.
tail.
What do you think would happen if I got a ball of yarn and chucked it at him? Do you think he would chase it?
That is
I think
racist.
Right, yeah, so
Yeah.
I've never met tabaxi
So-
before, I don't know.
I'm an elf and he has a go at me, but you guys are just making these assumptions and it's, you know, it's not really fair.
I've never seen tabaxi before. That was amazing.
You'll get used to it.
Are there more animal people? Because I've met a bird, a lizard, and now a cat.
Oh!
Is this a common thing on the mainland? Are we going to find a cow person next? Or
A cow person.
The DM's
Cow
write that down.
person?
I don't
Can I see it down?
Genius
I'm
idea!
unfamiliar with the mainland. I don't know what lives here.
Mainland.
Mainland?
people.
Where are you from?
From the west,
Where in the west?
The non-land.
not the mainland.
Okay.
That's a
Where
very
from?
astute answer there.
He's from the DLC.
I'll get out of the later.
you guys have got to hit level 5 before that DLC actually unlocks in game.
But can we buy any microtransactions?
Are the
to get
enemies
that
too
through?
high
is
level?
Oh yeah, 100%. If you
Oh,
guys
cool.
want to pay me 300 quid, I will definitely
Oh,
pop you up.
hell
to
yeah,
the
dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Season pass, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have business this way? Is that why you came here?
No, I've been here around 3 years.
You just live here now?
Don't live anywhere. I'd go travel
You're a
around.
nomad.
Have you been to the swamps?
No one's been to the swamps.
He didn't ask you, Data.
Muddy. It's a muddy area around, but no, I
I
wouldn't say.
don't believe I have.
You should get yourself to the swamp.
Again,
I'll add
no
it to
one
the
wants to go to the swamps.
Oh,
I'm gonna throw it. No, I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna
what are you
take
going to say, huh?
Daniel upstairs and put him to bed.
Okay. You put down to bed and he goes to sleep almost instantly. So, what would you like to do?
How many rooms should we get?
There was 6, I think he said available.
Should we take
Two's
3?
been taken.
I'm not.
So 2, 2 and the 3.
I am going outside.
He's going to sleep in the mud like a swamp.
So should we get 2 rooms and then 3 in each?
But enough of your underhand comments.
Oh, it's just so much fun.
You look over and I'm already asleep.
So who wants to carry him then?
Still holding the flag.
Are you in the Lord's arms, just being carried
Like all war buddies just singing along.
It's really weird not
I
having
think that-
anyone to watch out for.
Well,
That came out so weird.
me and you will go with Daniel, yes?
Oh, I suppose. Just keep him away from me.
He's not going to bite you.
I swear to God, if he cries in the night,
He's a terrified kid. He's not going to cry.
Terrified kids tend to cry.
He hasn't even said a word apart from his name.
If he has night terrors, remember the herbs behind the ear.
The what?
The herbs. What Tom can say.
Oh yes, I
What?
forgot about that suspicious screaming.
Throw him out the window, I swear to God.
Yeah, those herbs really caused a strange reaction. I'm not quite sure what they were.
They were supposed to help.
They did not.
I
Oh.
took
In the kindest of ways, I don't think anything you say will help will actually do that.
I am a knowledgeable lizard.
Yes.
Well, you can't
You
sleep.
definitely sound like you've had a couple of drinks.
He's like, you can't do this to me, I'm a lizard.
You don't know me.
I'm going outside.
Do you still have my feather in your ear?
Put in my pack probably. I keep little mementos.
Bloody.
I'm gonna follow him out.
Okay, so you two head out. What are you guys doing next night?
Look, if you get
I
money,
mean, first of all, I'm gonna pop feather in his ear.
So he's got two in each
No, I put the other one in his pack as I replaced it.
he's a bird now.
I'm with the bird people.
Well, he's always wanted to
We're
be.
cat people now.
God, that's a great job.
What were you doing outside?
Oh.
So I've been meaning to talk to you, Thrisk. In my clan, the best warriors would learn to combine magic with their arrows. My father was halfway through his training. He used to impress me with druid craft. I was wondering if maybe you could teach me. He always said he would train me, but that's not possible.
I'd be honored. Just like Vilyak. I would love to pass down the knowledge he taught me.
Do you have any... My voice just completely changed then. Do you have any tips? I would love to learn.
It takes a long time to be able to transform into a moth.
That's not exactly what I'm looking for.
I don't understand. You want to know
The way you...
the magic.
The way you sprout flowers. and
Oh,
vines
that
and-
stuff. Yes, that did take me a long time. We have to go deep. Dirty crazy.
No!
It's his initiation.
I'm drawing the line.
You want to be a druid?
Left the building.
We've just lost our DM. He
A
left.
bit of context for our listeners.
You were just
literally
walking
just
out.
If you'd let me finish, we have to go deep into the forest or swamp.
We are a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Okay, everyone just take a second. I'm so sorry to interrupt that. However, my god, we have to go deep. And then just stop.
This is 30-20. The worst time to pause. Alright.
Everyone, breathe.
Breathe.
Okay, and see.
Alright, and
Yes, so before we get to Silcity, we best go to a nice wood. I can teach you there.
I mean, there's a wood around here.
When do you want to start?
Now.
Now. Okay, I'm sure I can.
As soon as possible.
I can show you a few things. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Have a look.
He just kind of freezes for a second. Ao's character menu.
There's just a little like dot above his head. Eyes lost.
No T-posing.
Oh, okay. Cool. God, we've lost it a little bit, haven't we?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Here you go. You'll need these to begin with. Some herbs.
Just give it a
Put them in your ears.
Oh.
I think we need to have a little chat with Harish. Harish, do you know? You know Harish. Harish is the spirit of nature, the spirit of the hunt. We'll ask Harish if you are ready.
Okay. Am I ready?
I'm not
It's
Harish.
very weird for going.
I am not Harish. Do I look like Harish? I don't have antlers. I'm not a deer. I tell you what, we'll find a deer and we'll ask them. That is what my master used to say.
Just for context, Gaiak was just like looking for some tips and some help on magic. And I just got in a
Now
weird
looking for a
time.
deer.
We find the deer and
That's
we
something with
ask if you are ready.
Okay.
I would just like to
I
point
have-
out you're trying to drunk call your guard.
Essentially. I am going to use my spell,
Yeah.
locate animals,
Oh.
to find the deer.
Not again. Please stop drunk communicating.
Alright. I think I just roll. Do I roll?
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna cry.
We broke the DM.
I'm afraid to eat anything because I might choke on it.
I feel like Trista kind of tries to get in contact with his god, and he's just like,
How are you?
Just normal conversation.
He's got to do a god
Five
dance.
checks.
I guess I imagine us inside. Like, I wonder what they.
So I'm looking for a deer,
We just say lizard hissing.
a stag,
Bird
almost.
calls.
Do you want it?
That's what we have.
within
I'd say there's
5 miles.
I mean, the wooded region kind of flakes down towards where the to where the tavern is. If you go hunting, you definitely will wake up later than these guys will. Or you won't have a long rest. One of those. Because if you're going hunting, I mean you can they just have to wait for you, but it's up to you what you want to do. But yes, you find a deer, you sense its presence.
Oh, is it? There's
When deer.
a deer. We can go for it now, or I don't think we'll sleep very well if we go find it. It's not that close.
Always adventures with you two. I just realised. Always.
do we have to ask the deer?
We don't have to ask the deer, but I just okay, I can show you something. I mean, you can hold my scale and
Whoa.
feel the power.
Okay, I hold your. What is it you want me to hold?
Hold my tail. Hold it.
Okay. I'm holding it.
So,
And I use my thorn whip, and I kind of ground it in the ground, and I'm just like holding it, and my scales start to vibrate.
Okay.
So as you're gripping onto his tail, as he begins his this incantation. Is that what?
Incantation.
Incantation. You can feel this. It's strange at first, but this sense of magic coursing through, even through these thick scales. You can sense its movement within. But it's strange because it doesn't feel like it's necessarily coming from him. It's like he's absorbing the magic and the essence of life from that which is around him, the nature that surrounds him, and channels it through his body. And it's a weird sensation, but you kind of it's hard to explain. In fact, it's indescribable. And it can only be felt.
Okay, so I let go of the tail, and in this like new sort of like state and feeling, I bend down to the ground and I cast Druidcraft.
Oh shit.
So you place your hand on the ground, feeling the sensation, drawing the energy that you're now more attuned to around you. It's small, but you just watch a flower unfurl from the ground into a bud, and it blooms, and there's a poppy in front of you.
Kayak.
I pluck up the poppy and I pass it to Thrisk. Thank you.
This reminds me of the fungus I grew for my master.
It's high off focus.
I will treasure this, Kayak. I will remember. Oh, you make me feel like I'm your father. Thank you.
So basically, you've got a daddy pig.
I grab your hand and I like pull you in for a hug thing.
Oh,
Oh, bros.
I haven't found that in a while.
This is the most interesting
Bros.
note now.
That's a multi.
Is it a
So
multi-class
jumping
then?
back into the tavern, what are you guys doing?
It's for your magic arrow.
I think
The
we're
night
sleeping.
is starting to
You get
set.
either,
You guys going?
Druidcraft
You
or
are going upstairs to the room.
Constitution.
Like,
Yeah, we're
It's a
gonna
cool
be
way
in the
to
room
do
with
it.
Daniel.
Yeah, we're gonna do something called the Big Sleep.
what about you three? You said you were like passed out.
I'm zonked out, yeah.
I wonder what they're talking about outside.
I mean, we've already gone, right?
Well, we can say it as I'm passing.
Oh.
Saying it
But
to-
he's saying it
Oh,
to
sorry,
him,
you
so-
looked at me, I assumed.
Sorry, lean back.
Yeah, lean back.
Yeah.
We're asleep now.
They're in the room just.
Animal things?
We sleep like this.
Yes.
I don't know.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Are you not hungry?
No, not perfectly fine, don't worry.
It's just I haven't seen you eat at all so far.
No, I haven't been particularly hungry.
You sure? Have you eaten at all since you left the...
No, a couple of times. Here and there. No, I've had a few bits of food here and there.
May I ask you about your mask? Was it...
If you must, you won't give any answers, but
Why is that?
I have my reason.
Just want to know if it's like religious or family or where you get it from.
No, it's definitely not religious.
Is it a family thing?
I suppose, in a way.
Where did you say you were from again?
Did we come up with a name for the continent?
Pearl Isles.
Pearl Isles. And the...
That's the name of like the land mass.
I thought you said
But as far as
I mean, I know
that's the name of like the landmass, but then each place has its own. But now it's sort of obviously pretty much entirely one dynasty.
from the Pearl Isles.
Would I know of that place?
Roll a history check.
13.
13?
Yeah.
It was another settlement of where humans landed, but it was specifically like a Japanese culture. So essentially the Japanese landed there and their entire culture, basically it was almost completely secluded from everyone else. Mainly because of the ocean is so, it's there's a reason it's called the Restless Coast. It's because the coast is restless and is forever raging in a massive storm, which means that it basically cut off this other place. So really it's tales and just a few merchants that make it through. I'd say it's more of a legend than it is anything else. It's the foreign isles cut off by the sea, essentially.
I genuinely thought that place was a myth. I didn't think it was...
Not
Real.
Not many of my people make it to the mainland.
Is there a reason why you're at the mainland?
Personal reasons.
Fair enough.
My country was embroiled in quite a lengthy civil war for a while, but ended around over 10 years ago.
So you moved from one civil war to another, I guess.
I suppose so. Though in a way, I guess it's nice to know that we're not too different.
No. Look, I just want to say, I've seen you. You've been watching me, and
Yes.
look, I know I haven't given you the best recollection of myself.
No.
Look, I don't know what that thing was with Samuel, and I'm also scared of what it was. And I just want to say, I'm not like that, who that person was. You don't have to believe me. I wouldn't trust you if you don't, but I'm not good with connecting people. I haven't really been around much people in my life, except for my family, really. And I just want to say, I hope you can trust me in the future. It hasn't escaped my attention that we're not together out of choice but necessity, if you think about it. We'll catch together and they tried to catch us again, and this time we weren't separated and we were able to fend them off that time. And I just hope one time I can prove to you that you're not what I think I am.
I'm not what you think I am. But
I'm not what you
Sorry.
think that I am.
the English process weird in my brain there.
Not fluent in common yet.
Trust is earned. So far, you've proven capable in a fight. That being said, if you put us in needless danger like that again, manage to avoid it this time, but if it happens again, there will be consequences for it.
I've spoken to Aria about it that night, and the only way I can see dealing with it is by knocking me out. We don't know what causes it, but that's the only solution so far that we have of stopping it, I guess.
Can I roll an inside check just to see if I believe him?
Yeah.
About the
Roll D20 and add whatever modifier you think is relevant to that.
No one trusts you.
Just the like.
With the
Yes.
This white dice. I can do. Oh no!
Is that natural 20?
yeah, natural 20.
Oh.
So I didn't. I
No.
picked it up and it.
Natural 20. Boom!
Natural 20.
Natural 20!
So I
Now
rolled
mark
it,
it, I mean.
and then I picked it up and it
What
rolled.
was it? What was it?
I don't know. I couldn't see
I'll
on
re-roll it. Re-roll it.
We should upload a clean version.
Generally don't know what that was.
Clean 20.
I mean, are you lying to him? Or are you telling the
I can't
truth?
see this white dice very well.
That's 10.
It could be deception.
Where do you decide?
Intimidation.
It's whichever one.
I guess it'll be a 25.
Okay.
Fuck me, I ain't really.
So, yeah, he seems pretty honest about what he's saying.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
He's pretty genuine.
13 insight.
Yeah, he's pretty genuine.
You just suck it up.
very well.
I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Just
That's I'm not used to drinking. I put down the thing and I head upstairs to an empty bed.
So, how's the lead?
After he's gone, yeah, I'm probably going to go outside and just find like a secluded spot in the woods just by myself. I think while I'm there, I'm going to take out the two short swords and just kind of like realising that I've gotten a bit rusty. Realising that I've kind of let my skills dull a bit since I've been using these swords because I'm not used to it. I try to practice some of the forms and the stances
Nice.
of like my normal my original techniques to try and like get better at doing them with these particular swords. So like doing like parries and feints and all these sorts of different like techniques, practicing them on the rock.
It's a sight to behold as well. Just this man striking these incredibly powerful poses with in this technique that's alien to this world. Or to this.
All the
Man.
woodland creatures are very impressed.
Very spells.
I'm just
It's just a
imagining.
squirrel like
So, as you
like finish it off, like
Yeah.
start with like kind of like quick kind of draws from the sword, and then kind of end it like putting both back in like that,
You feel like you're back in that moment and having rehearsed these skills and techniques seem more solid in your mind. Feel a bit more secure than you have done for quite some time in this strange land.
Kind of like clutch the jade pendant for a bit and just rub it. And then I'll just think I'll leave it and then I'll go back and probably go to sleep.
So, everyone somehow at some point has made their way to go to sleep. And everyone can have a long rest.
Do we need someone to watch?
However, I'd like
I
everyone except Rusty to leave the table.
I love these.
Rusty. Tired from the day's journey. Sleep finds you easily this night. Your eyes burst open. You're in a forest. A wooden bow clenched in your hand. A sense of determination guiding you. You're here to hunt. Around you are the echoing sounds of woodland creatures. Birds, bugs, distant walls. The light of twilight dancing through the breaks in the leaves above. Crouching, you take slow and purposeful steps, your eyes darting around intently for your prey. There, just beyond the bushes, a grazing elk. Though distant, you can hear it breathing, the crunching as it eats, the rustle of its hooves on dead leaves. This is all that matters. You step forward cautiously, your bow raises, arrows notched. Your mind focuses like it never has before. Make an attack roll. You loose your,
Sorry.
okay.
19.
You loose your arrow. With incredible speed, it shoots forth, darting through the air and sinks deep into the beast's hide. It yelps in pain, rearing up, and limply leaps through the brush. Notching another arrow, you make your chase. You scutter through the underbrush, pushing past leaves and branches. The twilight begins to fade as darkness slowly settles in, the trees dispersing, shifting, and forming into cold, purple rocks. The bushes morphing into clouds of green and blue mist. You're scuttling through the underdark. Despite the environment and the horrific memories that haunt this place, you feel at home. Chasing with purpose. You turn a rock. You're in a corridor. It stretches far down to the ends of your vision and reaches 80 feet into the sky. The walls sparkle with the glisten of gold and gems. You can sense some desire deep within you to take it. It's yours, and only yours. You don't understand it. You've never felt this way before. You begin to walk. Something beckons you forward. Not a voice, but a feeling. It feels like you've been walking a century down this never-ending corridor, but then an end. Growing as you get closer is a huge stone statue, and you recognise the beast. Its long tail, its far outstretched wings and snout of razor teeth. Disgust and hatred fills you, muscles tensing like never before. It almost feels like the air becomes hotter. Rage burns within you. Startles you. Small chunk of stone cracks away from the head. Underneath, a closed golden eyelid. The eye flicks open, yellow. It blinks. Then looks directly at you. The statue shifts, and moves as stone crumbles around, falling apart as the entire corridor is filled with dust. The once burning rage shifts instantly to absolute dread. You are paralysed in place. You watch the golden form rocket through the dust and into the air, soaring. Suddenly it dives directly at you. In a blur of motion, the massive golden dragon wraps itself around you. You can't move. The squeezing is intense. The sheer strength of this creature frightens you. The creature looks at you intently. Tendrils of white smoke drifting from its nostrils. It opens its jaw, its rows of teeth bearing down at you, and it speaks language that you've always known.
You do not know what you are, nor what it means to share my blood. I know what you seek, even if you do not.
The dragon inhales deeply.
I smell your anger, your disgust, but you are born of my blood. That you can never change.
There's a tickle on your shoulder, like something crawling. Turning your head, you gaze upon a hand-sized blue and purple spider. It just sits there, almost observant. Suddenly, the spider lunges down. You feel its fangs pierce through your scales and through the soft flesh underneath. There's a sharp pain, followed by intense agony as the venom begins to pump through your body. Your body feels like it's burning from the inside, and the pain becomes so intense, you begin to feel your consciousness wavering. Just as you're on the brink of passing out, you feel a rush of power and strength. As if by muscle memory, you leap out of the clutches of the dragon and bringing your bow up mid-air, make 2 attack rolls.
Uh, 23.
Okay.
And 10.
Okay. You loose the 2 arrows, one striking between the dragon's scales and the other snapping against the impact. Landing, you dart down across the corridor, a speed you've never run before, but as you run, your adrenaline runs out. The of the dragon behind you becomes louder, and then a thunderous roar. Like a blast from a rocket, fire shoots down from behind you, and all at once you're enveloped in the flames. You scream in agony, clenching your eyes shut. You shoot awake, sweating, panting, your heart still racing, alone in the tavern, in darkness. You take a moment to calm yourself. It's then you begin to feel a dull ache from your shoulder. Moving the clothes and armour aside, you can see a purple mark of bruising, and 2 fang bites still there. And that's where we're going to bring everyone else back in. As you awake, alone in this dark tavern room.
Where are you?
I've gone upstairs.
Oh dear.
Wait, did I go upstairs?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I went to bed.
Everyone's gone to bed.
I'm probably in an empty room if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
door.
I wake up slightly hungover from that one drink I had.
Jesus.
Yes.
It's Rusty. Can I come in?
Yeah, sure. No, open the door. Come in, I guess.
I'm going to call it the Samuel incident. What happened to you?
I don't know. I went to sleep after my watch, and I had a dream. I don't remember much. It was I was in a dark hallway, and there was this figure standing at the end. It was a weird feeling. I felt scared, but not at the same time. And he keeps on getting closer and closer. And he said something, but I can't remember what. And then I woke with 2 cuts in my chest. Why?
I'm just gonna... I pull my armour and clothing away, and there's 2 like bite marks with like purple bruising. And I'll just show you this.
Wouldn't know what that is.
Does it... Your markings, your cuts, they happened that night?
They were from Samuel.
Oh.
What's wrong? Rusty?
Don't worry about it.
No, I can't. No, you're not sleeping.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
What's going on?
Don't worry.
No, we can't have 2 people that are going to go off on one in this group. I've told you what happened to me.
Well, I guess I have to trust you to do the same to me. If anything is to happen, knock me out. I trust you.
Trust you too. Just no more running off on your own.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk out.
Oh, I was gonna put my hand out.
Oh.
I was just
You just walk out. No, yeah, I don't see it. I walk out, close the door.
No, I do the thing where I go.
No, that's even worse. The description.
And I close the door and go back to bed.
Where do you go?
Just start drinking.
It's like 6 of them.
Okay. So, if you're going to continue to drink for the rest of the night, probably not going to get a long rest. It's still kind of like a couple hours left to, but I mean that's totally up to you.
You sound like a concerned parent.
It's kind of what DMing is a little bit.
Yeah, Sam, you don't have to stay out all night.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I guess I just...
So you'll take a point of exhaustion, which just means that you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
And you will be inebriated in the morning, but basically it's the same thing. So, all of you begin to stir as the sun peeks through the windows and wake up with a bit of a blinding as, oh, fucking hell. But you wake up in soft beds, which God knows the last time, well, some of you wake up in soft beds, like first time in, well, a long time. It's nice. It's nice. And they're not most comfy beds in the world, but they are beds.
Still beds.
They are beds. So.
Is Daniel still in the room?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good. He's not left, and he's
now a
to wake
dragon
up as well.
Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
Great. Take Daniel downstairs.
Okay, you head downstairs.
I'm gonna go catch some
Too
breakfast.
busy making that kid.
I come downstairs, just scratch my head like,
You naked?
do you always get a headache after drinking?
Huh?
Do you always
This is
get a
just-
headache after drinking?
When you drink a lot, yeah. How much did you have?
1.
Oh,
It's
dear.
my second drink.
Oh, sorry, big shot over
You
there.
just-
Stream.
This might not sound like what you want to hear,
Like
but
a
you just
stream?
need to keep
Like
at it
a
and
river?
you'll get better.
Not
You can
really
hold
see.
more, trust me. Pat on the back.
You wanted to catch some breakfast.
Just wanted to catch some fish. Yeah,
Okay. So I mean, it's good.
be a while. Walk.
There isn't a stream around that you've seen, if I'm honest
So
with
he
you.
just imagines catching fish.
Oh, damn, there's no water. I'll have to
But
go.
luckily, you're inside a tavern.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, I'm gonna have to go get some food inside a tavern. Oh my god.
Eat this
I'm going to say
stuff.
that Charles comes out with like a big old plate of food.
Nice.
This is
Oh,
this is my thanks for
Oh,
everything you did.
that's very kind of you.
what's this?
Yeah, go for the greasy
There's an
food.
assortment of meats. Most of them like wild game, deer, boar, roasted vegetables. It's a strange breakfast, but that's what they're cooking up. Bowls of like soup and porridge.
It's better than worms, I think.
Yeah, it's probably the
Do you
same.
remember the perception check I asked you about? At the end of the last session.
Which one?
I don't remember what it was, sorry. No.
And then, don't worry, I'll do it next session.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't.
No, that's
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure.
It's very sus.
Oh, that's probably not it. 15.
After animal friendly.
That's it.
Roll me something.
Oh, is it
Roll
11
me
a.m.?
roll me either performance, deception, sleight of hand, whichever one it is that you know what I'm
I
talking
need to
about.
not. Performance, deception, or sleight of hand?
Any of those three, whichever you feel.
Whichever one is
suits.
better.
Hey, snake, come here.
Oh, he's trying to talk to the dog.
16.
16? Yeah.
Cast animal friendship on it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not
Oh, okay.
nothing out of the ordinary.
That's sweet.
Just cast animal friendship on my body.
Okay. Animal friendship again.
I mean, if you want a snake so badly, how comes you haven't found one yet? It's like they're all hiding from you.
Maybe they're just preparing a
Definitely
party
A party. They're preparing a party for you.
for me. Yes.
An animal who can't. Yes. I'll tell you what. Don't. I mean, you didn't hear this from me, but there might be something. Just maybe. Party in the tall grass next time you see it.
The tall grass. Oh.
Just keep looking and don't look back. And don't come back.
Hey, there'll be plenty of parties and snakes in here.
Fuck off.
You told.
That's basically what you said, right?
No, I would never say something
I'm gonna-
like that.
Can you stop speaking in riddles?
I'm gonna go to
You have
the
to use more
innkeeper.
words for
Okay.
the music now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Can I
He's
speak
not
to you
from civilization.
in private?
That was the point.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Ha.
Some not.
No, it's just
Sure. Okay. You take him to the back.
Too much time.
I suggest you forget about us.
Seriously, this music is so on point.
So I feel like I've missed what you mean.
I suggest that you forget we exist for your sake and ours. I've done something good for you, and I suggest you forget about it. I'm being kind, okay?
Are you threatening me?
No. I'm not. I'm just trying to protect you.
Why would I need protection? What have you done?
Nothing. I just think it's the company that I'm with and the things that we've done so far. I found a letter in the camp walks. We're wanted by someone.
Right.
They might come to you, and if they ask about us, we do not exist.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Advantage?
Wait, sorry, just a quick question. Does that include me? Because I literally just joined this party, so...
You would have had the letter. They read it all out.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You're not specifically in.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
Hate that.
I don't mean to scare you.
Probably. Right, I think it's best for both of us if we
I'm sorry to spring this on you
forget that this happens.
so soon. And I'll take another gold coin. Flick it to him. Thank you for everything.
Oh, you're making it rain.
And I walk out as if nothing's happened.
So, as you finish your very large breakfast buffet, what would you like to do?
Shall we get going?
Yes, let's
Not
go on.
waste any more time?
Okay.
Let's go.
Not knowing their conversation, I shout to Charles, like, "See you later, Charles."
Just like, thank you for your patronage.
We really appreciate it. I am sorry about the new decorations.
Just
And
You could put in his house while you were drunk.
with that, you leave the warmth of the tavern and into a bristly, cold morning air. Slight bit of fog covering across the land. Not enough to make it difficult to see in, but certainly enough to really visualise how cold it is this morning. Continuing your journey, you return onto the road, heading eastward. You trek along an old road of sorts, the old trade lane. Broken pieces of cobblestone lie buried under earth and plant growth. You seem to get the impression this may have once been an important road, yet now lies disregarded. Keeping an eye on your footing, as sure not to trip, you follow the road as it stretches over the rolling plains. Every crest of a hill reveals another long and extended road ahead. Begins to feel tiresome, almost never ending. However, it isn't long before you begin to happen upon similar trees as you peer ahead. In the distance, you can see the road splitting through the woods. Fair swaths of trees carved on either side, providing an openness on either side of the road. You begin to approach it. Passing through the ridgeline, you find yourselves following an ever so slightly weaving road. It isn't enough to be problematic, but it does, however, prevent you from seeing much further down. All around you are the sound of birds, insects and other animals, a chorus of singing from nature itself. For some of you it's relaxing, to others puts you on edge. Traversing the forest takes the better part of the day, and as you just make it to the other side, you feel weariness catch up with you. It's been a short jaunt through the forest, cuts right down the middle, but now that you're starting to pass through what you can see as because you're becoming a little, you're feeling that exhaustion now, or what exhaustion that might set in. Do you wish to continue?
probably not, because you're already exhausted.
You don't know that though.
I mean, you
That's
definitely
true. I
like,
don't know that.
Oh, okay.
there are some
But,
visible
yeah.
elements of looking tired, but I wouldn't necessarily. I think you are quite steadfast in your appearance. That probably
We
It's
wouldn't.
not.
Yeah.
overly like
I
dramatic.
feel like we've slept a lot.
I think this is the perfect place to stop.
Perhaps we should also consider that we do have a child with us.
It's true. Is Dano looking a bit weird?
He's
A
looking.
bit tired?
I mean, he's looking
Left over the
tired. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say. I mean, he is a kid that's walking through the same journey that you are.
Mm.
Who else is with us?
He's
Second
about
stars.
to see.
Is he with us?
Yes, he will be. Yeah.
What about the Nord?
Nah,
He stayed there.
he didn't say
I
he was
don't even
coming
know
with
his
you.
name.
Didn't even know
he
his
just
name.
he kind of just vanished after that night. You woke up and he wasn't there, so maybe he left to go somewhere else. You know.
How are people feeling? Shall we rest?
I think it's best to not push our luck, knowing how dangerous this place is.
Okay. I kind of kneel down to Daniel and I say, stay here for a moment, okay? I'll be right back. And I say, keep an eye on him.
Make sure he doesn't like wander off.
And I'm going to scout ahead and see if I can find somewhere to camp.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Shite! 10.
A lot of it's open field. You're not going to have much luck unless you really, really, really went off road. That's just the nature of it, unfortunately. Do you know where you are on that map? Just so you know.
We're somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
Over the rainbow.
I'm guessing you said field, right?
So you're really just coming out.
Yeah.
The forest.
We're just on the edge of the forest there.
Are we in a forest?
We're on the edge of it.
There's no trees at all, it's literally just field.
I mean,
We're getting
you're kind of making this decision as you come to the end.
Yeah.
Are there
Okay.
cow
So
packs?
it's up to you.
Maybe we should stay within...
No cows?
I return to the group. Maybe we should stay within the tree line. Just so we've got some cover. It's pretty much open field from here on out.
How long are we from Silcity?
We see...
Can I fly up?
So
Not
you've
again.
literally got a map.
Oh yeah.
It's like rising up like
Are we like
Superman.
there?
We are here.
So
Yeah,
Silcity's
yeah,
there.
about that.
I'll take 2 days.
From now on, I'm going to land with a
Is
big
that 2
light.
days?
Superhero landing every
about
time.
2 days everything.
I don't know how much time we're going to have to be close to nature. I think I'm happy to make camp here.
I get the sense the trees will be less common the closer we get to the city.
Yes.
Which is why I think we should just stay within the tree line. So we've got some cover at least.
Yes, I agree.
Rusty, do you have any objections?
No. Are we making a fire?
If we want.
I like put a couple of logs together to make a fire. I look over at Thrisk. I like put my hand out and cast Druid Craft to like start the fire going.
Can you do that with Druid?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, start small fires?
You instantaneously light, snuff out a candle, torch, or a small campfire.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
Very impressive.
I was going to say you instantaneously blow up, and I was like,
So,
Just to prove
and-
a physics.
Just look at him.
all I can think of is like 4 lions.
It's like every Looney Tune chicken ever. Like just like
Right. Okay. So bring it back in. For the sake of brevity, we're not going to worry too much about going through and doing rollers or everything. However, if there's any specific moments that you want to, like if you have a character moment that you really want, feel free to just say.
I'm good.
Depends if you have anything you need to say or
Just on the
wants
go
to get something out of this.
Your character Dara, was it?
oh shit, yeah.
I got to Dara and just go. I just want to say thank you for yesterday. Saving me in that fight.
It's fine. Appreciate it.
And that's all I wanted to do.
I would like to, like, as all this is going on and we're winding down, I want to, like, go and just practice some stuff from what I've, like, seen in the past, like my father do, from what, like, I've maybe seen Thrisk do, just
Okay.
how far I can sort of, like,
Sure,
push
so you
things
kind
and
of disappear from the group a little bit. Though within earshot, and just begin to train really, practice and develop those skills. Oh yeah, by the way, you know what I said to you when I messaged you? That's you've got that now.
Okay, cool.
That's what that was.
Okay.
I'm also going to take a little walk on my own.
Okay.
I'm gonna go set up a little shrine.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. It's not what I thought you were going to do.
No,
Look,
no.
snakes.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's a shrine for snakes, isn't it?
Nice. Okay.
I'm taking this as an opportunity to pray.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Roll me a religion check.
1.
Oh, God, your die is even worse.
That's bad.
It's really hard to read.
7.
Why did they make the letters green?
You commune with nature for a brief moment, having set up this shrine. And then you get up and
Return.
return.
I'm gonna go to the tabaxi. Was it Shining Stars?
Setting
Setting
stars.
Setting Stars. That's it.
City
Stars.
Have you been to Silcity before?
No, I have not.
So you would know what religion they follow in the city.
Well, I assume it's the same religion that I've seen elsewhere here.
You don't know what that is?
Church of the Eight.
Church of the Eight.
I
Church of
don't
the
know, I
Eight.
don't worship these. No offense to yourself, but you're human gods. They're not.
No offense
they're
taken.
not my god.
Don't worry.
May I ask what your god is like? Your gods?
Church of the Eight.
I do not know whatever gods you worship.
My family worship them.
Ah, I see.
I'm a cleric. They're old. Out of fashion with the current times.
Well, you don't sound like you believe them much.
It's hard to believe when, even before you can walk, you've been taught about these gods and you've been told you have to follow them. You don't have a choice, really.
I suppose. But I think the gods have missions for us all, and
Yes, I'm one at the moment.
a man of faith and a man on a mission.
Yes.
I understand that.
I would probably do one thing.
Okay.
What has... Because she left me with Daniel for a bit.
I came back.
I know, but like... What has Daniel's general disposition been to me? Because I look...
I mean, he's probably wary. He's really just been sticking to Aria for the most part.
What about the non-humans?
He really, I mean, not overly like racist, I guess is the only word I can think of.
Gotta start young.
But not running into your arms either.
Yeah.
That it probably feels intimidated because monsters under the bed sort of feeling. Maybe not necessarily. Maybe less so from you because you're more of a more common.
They are common, yeah. I didn't realise how common they are.
Yeah, very common.
Yes, like while we're sitting around the campfire, I'd probably look down and be like, "Oh, are you okay, child? Do I frighten you?" Is it the mask? There you go. And I kind of like put my swords to like one side. I kind of like bend down, like go. Just see. It's just a mask.
That's so cute.
Are you okay, boy? Do you need anything?
I wander back over. Ah, you're making friends. I'm talking to you, by the way.
I'm going out for a bit.
Can I have like looked and see if I could find like a butterfly or something?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Watch this get a 1.
Just don't let
Trying to make this kid happy, man.
You're a butterfly.
Fuck's sake!
You
No,
find a snake.
unfortunately not. You find some moths. Oh god.
Moths. Master.
So lamp
Okay.
nearby.
I'll just sit by him and make sure he's warm by the fire.
Okay.
Keeping my eyes to the trees mostly because the field I'm not as worried about.
As you awake on yet another day around your campfire, you pack up your things and head out from the outskirts of the Wolfbane Woods. Following the road several more hours, passing the odd farm or cottage, you eventually meet up with the River Run Road. The once lonely roads you were traversing quickly shift into heavily cobblestoned roads, with numerous people now travelling. You pass horses, wagons, people with heavy packs on their backs just walking.
I put the shield under my cloak.
Okay, you can do so. Some give you a glance of curiosity as you pass, particularly to those that are not of this place. No, they probably don't even look at you.
Oh, I'm not normal.
But yeah, you're actually fairly normal.
It's the Birdman.
It's the Birdman and the Dragonborn and the man with the giant mask on. Others ignore you entirely. Now on this main road, you begin to pass small hamlets and farms. Children playing in the mud, watched closely by their mothers, who quickly hurry them away as you pass. You spy workers in fields, working endlessly to finish the harvest. Each community you pass seems to grow in size, from quaint villages to the denser towns, divided by streams and the shifting hills. After a few hours of travel, you spot the whirls of smoke and fog that dance above large stone walls in the distance. Silcity. Press on. The sun begins to set on another day of travelling, and you find yourselves needing a rest as you pass through the quiet community of Mintown. How would you like to spend the evening?
We're in a town. A small
Midtown.
town.
Passing,
Midtown.
it's like a small
Very,
town,
very
Midtown.
small. Very small.
To the tavern.
Is there a tavern?
There is indeed. Well, it's like a community building.
Okay.
To the place that has alcohol.
Yeah.
See the alcohol and I throw up.
So you enter into this fairly worn-looking building of wooden planks with a thatched roof. Doesn't look like it's had a lot of money poured into it. It looks more like it's more of like a bunkhouse with a bar in it,
Yeah,
really.
I feel like.
There's quite a few people in there, kind of drinking and bustle and hustle, considering it's the evening. And a couple of people kind of quieten down as they see this group of very, very strangers enter in. I'll whisper to each other. All going back to the drink and just keeping an eye. So an odd feeling of like, do we belong here? But at the same time, they don't look like they're actively out to get you.
Just being wary of
Yeah,
us.
so
Yeah.
there's a anxiety in the room.
You ain't from around here, kind of thing.
I mean, I
Speaking
wouldn't,
to Dr.
I wouldn't trust us if I saw us.
and
So.
say,
I think they're looking at you quite a lot, actually.
I don't blame them.
Go up to the bar.
I'll join you.
Who do I see?
It's I'd say a middle-aged looking woman with not quite an afro, more like a perm, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not obviously not a perm, but brunette hair, curly, pretty big. She's just wiping around some mugs, and you kind of walk up to the bar. She hears it. What can I do for you?
Hello. Is there anywhere that this child could get some rest?
Don't let kids in the establishment.
Why not?
It's a fucking bar, isn't it?
Like he's going to
I
drink
mean, she
alcohol.
makes a point.
Do you have beds?
Yeah.
Cool. Could you have a few for the night?
Yeah, don't see why not. It'll be silver each, though.
Cool. Ding. This tavern gives us so good at
They-
catching
they
coins.
use- everyone does that.
I think you guys
Hit him on
trained
the head.
so well. She's like strapped with like
So
8
it's a
arms.
martial arts. Like,
It's a lot of coin
So
grabbing.
all of you staying in the tavern, or
Someone being a bandit grabber.
yeah.
Oh, what is your name?
She was merely up.
Sammy?
Sammy.
Nice to meet you, Sammy.
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 My apologies.
What's the name of this place we went to?
It's a tavern with no name.
That does have a ring to it, I must say.
I
Barmaids
don't know.
at tavern with no name. It's called tavern with no name.
That's why I said it had a ring to
The
it.
guys who go out sometimes.
Mint Town.
Mint Town, yes.
Maybe if your tavern has no name, can I suggest a name?
Don't.
You can if you want, love, but I ain't gonna take it.
Okay.
Oh, I'll let you roll for it.
No.
No, it's okay. We're starting our own place.
Are we?
Snake Land.
Right, well, good luck with that,
The
love.
snake and spoon.
Oh yes.
I know that there's clearly people looking at
Snake spoons.
these two. Can I see if there's anyone looking at me and the kid?
Roll me a perception check. It's hard to deduce, everyone's just
12.
looking in your direction.
Can I use something to help her out with that? Can I use
Just
my...
rolled it, unfortunately.
Yeah, damn
She
it.
has-
I got
she-
this
So
right.
you have to set it quicker.
No.
Can I?
Oh,
This is the most
I mean, I do have
can
inspiration, but it's fine.
See if I see the symbol.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, that's a
Sure.
2.
No, you don't.
Fair enough.
Can I just see if anyone looks a bit dodge?
Roll me an insight.
What would that be on again?
Inside.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I keep forgetting.
Natural skill.
It's an actual thing. Annoyingly, I have like about 7 that I'm skilled in. That's one I'm not.
Wow.
It's gonna be great.
Not bad, not bad.
13.
I mean, they all look like they're probably farmers or a workforce.
No one's
Sometimes nothing that there's not like a group of thugs in there. I mean, you don't know what their personalities are like, but they are. You can tell that they're kind of the general atmosphere is wariness.
Wait, how big is this place? The town?
Maybe. Oh, the town.
Yeah, like the area we're in.
30, 40 buildings. It's a town fairly dense together and then kind of disperses as the hill goes up, and then there's probably a village or a hamlet.
I'm now just thinking
And,
Valentine.
another half hour down.
Can I have a wander around looking for that man?
Sure, roll me an investigation.
What was the most satisfying
I'm
role?
talking about Samuel.
No, the middle-aged man that we saw.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
13. Yeah, 13.
No.
I want to see if Samuel is about.
Okay.
Or anyone that
We're all
looks like
doing-
he's in the same.
I
sort of
kind of
universe.
did a
Roll me
similar thing.
an investigation.
Oh, I love
No,
those
he's
rules.
not.
Is that you don't even let
No.
it finish? Inspiration.
I'm gonna leave.
Is that how you leave? Is this pencil?
Yes.
While people are wandering around, I'm gonna try and teach Daniel how to like find the good hiding spots and how to hide really good.
Okay, you teach him a little bit of that.
Not a useful skill.
It's not your
He's-
protege.
He can get into like smaller crevices that other people can't, and kind of hides away fairly well, but it's a long way to go before he gets. Is that intuitive?
You're going to get bigger, so you're gonna have to get smarter. But that's good for now.
Are you calling him fat?
No, I'm calling him small because he's a kid.
I go to the bar and be like, I guess I'll have a drink.
Is that wise?
It's a really watered down ale. It's not like the good stuff.
Yeah, probably
And
still
it's
get some.
how much is it? 4 copper.
Oh wow. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys been keeping note of your finances by the way? Just check. Cool.
I've got 1
4
copper
copper.
left. How many?
Silver. is-
Silver to 10 copper. 1 gold to 10 silver. 1 platinum to 10 gold.
I'm not gonna remember.
You have to.
It's 10.
So if I chucked her a gold, I would have got.
You would get 9
9
silver,
silver. Yeah.
6 copper. No, 8 silver. It's 4 copper.
DM can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
8
nine,
silver.
nine silver.
9 silver.
9 silver, 6 copper.
If DM can't remember Anarchy rules.
Well, I have the rules there.
Got it.
I remember it.
I already had 5 copper, so I'm good with that.
It's just 10. It's just 10 times up. It's
I think I've got 21 gold.
the same as Oh really?
That doesn't count. That was meant to be my gold rate. That's a bit
Okay.
copper because I wasn't paying.
So I'm gonna fast forward this.
Yes.
'Cause it's gonna be a segment.
Yep.
So you spend an evening in this quaint town, shall we say, surrounded by fields of mint, and there's a strong smell because of that, but not unpleasant. And the next morning you stir from your slumber, and once more gather your possessions together before stepping back onto the road and heading towards Silcity. It's a chilly morning, but it's pretty cloudless, and the sunshine gives you an essence of warmth that keeps your muscles limber. It's not long before you pass through other towns, and once again they're growing in size and density. It's clear you're approaching the city. Each crest of the rolling hills reveals to you that you're getting closer and closer and closer. Within 2 hours, in the early afternoon, you pass through a cluster of buildings, and the towering stone walls and the gates of Silcity stands in front of you.
Yes.
You finally made it.
Maybe we could see if we could get some horses or something because
That is my. That's priority number 1.
If you can afford them.
If we can afford it.
They'll die.
If not, we can
They're
find
good.
a
If we get
creative
horses,
way.
we're
I was
gonna-
thinking maybe a wagon more than horses.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
less horses.
How expensive?
Okay, so you are at the gates of Silcity.
Yay!
And finally, after 2 months nearly,
Jesus.
Yep.
I can finally give you the
Yes!
Oh, is the map of Silcity?
What's
Oh,
colour?
shit.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa!
handmade map.
Pretty.
Get these squashes out of here.
Snacks.
Manic would be
Snacks be gone.
Fidget spinner.
So
Oh,
where
I've
are
been
we right
spending
now?
Sil
Are we?
City
You
rolls
are
since I
here.
started.
Oh,
You've
there,
just
so
come
okay,
through
from
the
this one. The field
the
district.
western gate.
Iron
Oh, my
Town.
brain
This whole area
hurts.
is filled district.
Jesus Christ.
Gravesend!
There's a fort.
Finding his,
The Stinks. Newmarket, Old Market, South Perch.
I like the sound of Garden of the,
The
Dead.
Lavender.
have to
Or
go
the
there.
Lavenders.
House of Swords.
Alright. Intriguing. The big C.
I have been spelling Sil City wrong this
Castle
entire
District.
time.
As you approach the
Oh, it's
gates,
got a thing down here as well.
as you approach the gates, you can see carts and people moving through, and stood on either side of these large stone gates. There is a guard in
The obsession's come back. Fucking
God.
felt armour, probably with chainmail underneath, with a spear and a shield. The armour is black and then yellow, like little squares,
Like the crest.
and on the shield is this insignia of that symbol. And they're just kind of standing there watching people pass through. They kind of see you, and you can see them stand up right a little bit more attentive. They just watch you approach. What would you like to do now that you've finally arrived in Silcity?
Should we just skip in?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
give
we've
her a
done this
little.
now.
Yeah.
We're going to leave.
Just
Good
give
luck,
him,
kids. Just push him in.
I give him a little wave just so he knows that we've acknowledged he's looking at us.
Is
Like if they-
watching You all pass through.
If
You pass
they
through the gates.
No,
Don't
I
seem to
didn't.
stop you.
Whew.
Oh shit.
No problem.
I was expecting
Well, that was a journey, huh?
Yeah, I thought we'd get stopped.
It's
Yeah.
loud, and there is just an assortment of
Hustle
different
and bustle.
smells. You can see that there's this. Now that you've got a lot closer to the city, and now that you're in it, you can see that over this large portion here, there's a lot of like thick black smoke that's kind of bellowing up and shifting over towards where the stinks are. And you can see the odd stands outside selling food, selling crap and just shite, and people trying to sell their wares. But the strongest smell that you get here is like fish. It's like a fishing town.
Yeah.
Or city.
I feel like we should ask.
I would like to see if there's a blacksmith.
I too would like to see.
Yes, I'm gonna help with that, I guess.
I'm sorry to ask you again. What did the notice say?
So the person we're looking for is
Gavin.
Gavin.
Garvin. So tell Garvin in Silcity they took my son, and his sister died.
Where
I mean,
in
it's just a
Silcity?
fancy Gavin.
Perhaps ask the boy if he knows who the goblin is.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
I'll
one of the best
ask
ones.
Daniel. Do you know? Didn't you ask him who Garvin is? Do you know who Garvin is?
I asked him. He
Oh, yeah.
said yes.
Oh, did he?
Wasn't me, but
You actually you
He nodded, yeah.
Okay.
He didn't give you anything else.
Do you know where he might be?
Uncle. My uncle.
He's your uncle. Do you know where he lives here? You don't know?
Fisher.
He's a fisher.
Try the dogs.
Okay, that might be a good place to go.
I'll come with you.
Okay.
Maybe we should
Maybe we could split up for a moment.
Well, I don't mind coming to
Or
with you to
maybe
see
find
what
a tavern first so we have somewhere to meet back
Yes.
and then go.
I have a message to send as well.
Okay, well, let's find a tavern, make a base, and then we can go about what we need to do, yeah?
Sounds like a
Might be
plan.
the closest tavern. I don't know what.
I'll keep my eyes out for looking for the closest tavern to where we are.
Okay. I'm trying to load up my map.
No, but I'll aim
He's like shit.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, the writing's a little bit askew. Some of it you might not be able to read particularly well.
The coffee is now making me crash. Made too much coffee this morning.
So, you're all looking out for a tavern
I
first.
think so, yeah.
So, you head along this main road. It's like 20 foot wide. Really pristine cobblestone. Put together like almost brick. And it traverses through the entirety of this city. And you just keep walking along it. It's really busy and you're kind of having to shove through people. But you eventually, after about half an hour of walking, the sound becomes even louder as you pass through into a market space. Fucking hell, where is it? And no, I'll tell you what. So you begin to approach where this market is, and you can see an alleyway inside of these buildings. In fact, to be honest with you, I'm going to show you exactly what this place looks like because I think it's good to have a.
We
an essence
like
of the-
pictures.
Be careful of the.
We love a thing that's
We
about
love
to come out.
wires.
We
Ooh.
love wires.
That looks nice.
Nice.
Nice. It looks like medieval shiz.
N-O-I-C-E noise.
I spy of my life something beginning with O. Old.
Does see the potential for
you're
sewers.
technically the oldest.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
So you are walking down and you can see kind of a group of people seem to be sat outside in this greener space. They look like they're drinking, so kind of following that you pass through an archway past some buildings and can see a sign on the side of this alleyway that says the Early Hound.
The early hand.
The Early Hound.
Oh, that reminds me.
I look down at Curry.
Animal friendship.
Oh, he's just like growling.
Has he
I'm
just
assuming that you're
Has he
Okay.
just become like Stockholm syndrome? Has he just
Yeah.
become attached to us now?
That's basically what
So-
dogs are.
Whereabouts on this map? Oh wait, no, it's
Yeah.
here, isn't
number
it?
3.
So it's here.
Oh, the early.
That means I have to.
It's in the yeah.
I don't think I already used a slot.
in the
though.
New Market area.
I did animal friendship recently. I probably need.
Okay, so you approach this. Sorry, this quite grand looking 3-4 story building. Guys, come on. And there's a whole bunch of tables on the outside, and a good crowd of people that seem to be drinking during this kind of midday sunshine, really. All sorts of folk, people that look like they've come from working in mines almost, like covered in soot and grime, to those in armour, all the way to fishers. It's quite a mixed bag of people here, but there is this building that its green doors open and people walking in and out, and there's music and cheering and a generally welcoming atmosphere that pervades through this.
Nice.
Until we walk
And-
Right.
So I guess this is the meeting place back up.
Let's get some rooms organised and then we can go about getting what we need to get done.
So many people here.
You don't
Just
seem to
actually
It's
kind of
all human,
nice.
right?
Mm.
Or is
There's
it-
the odd
yeah, that's a
lizard
good question.
folk, but it's mostly
Okay.
Okay.
mostly human.
Not good with overpopulation then? Areas?
Not really.
Mine comes from the swamp. And it's swamp.
I'll walk up to the bar.
Okay.
Are people
you-
very visibly staring at us?
Or did
no.
Can we get
not
vibe check?
Right, check.
really. Vibe check. Go on. Vibe check.
Gotcha.
Just like it's out of baseball
don't
bat.
crit fail.
I
Oh.
mean, it's not great, but it's not the worst. What am I doing?
Insight check.
9.
Our wives have been checked.
Are they good?
I mean, the odd person is looking over, but most people are more interested in their own drinks
Yeah.
and their own conversations.
Alcohol.
But you walk in and you can hear the welcoming music as you enter. It's rustic, it's warm, seems very friendly and welcoming, all things considered. Your noses pick up the smell of sweet cider and this strong bitter ale. The furniture is a little bit worn, but it's more homely than it is anything. Lots of natural light, windows all around the place. They're orange tinted, and so they let in this like golden light
Nice.
into the tavern. You can see there's this old grey hound that is just wandering around, walking up to customers, and you can see some of them will pass like spare scraps of meat and food to them. And it's pretty rammed, to be honest with you. There's lots of people in here,
This makes a difference.
lots of servers.
Setting stars.
Yes,
What was your plan when you're here?
not too sure. I guess I will find my own pathway from here. What about you? What is your plans?
Take care of the kid. Secure a wagon. Anything else?
Find the rockery.
Take it from there.
I'm sure you will find your path. as I'm sure I will find mine.
I hope we meet again.
As do I. You have been nothing but kind to me. It has been a pleasure to have met you all. I thank you greatly. May Matahari smile upon you and shine his light to guide you on your paths.
May Harish take you on good streams.
I hope he does.
I'm gonna pass him the key that was
On the
kept in
yeah.
prisoner. I'll just pass it to him.
A memory. I should cherish it. Stuffs it in a pocket and bows his head before ducking under the door, and
Never to be
with that
seen
he's
again.
gone. He's
really
the
liked
crowd in
him.
the distance.
He was so cool.
He was
I
so
like-
cool.
It was just the caddis,
Literally, like,
wasn't
he
it?
was so cool.
I liked him.
Same.
Hopefully he'll teach me some of his monk ways.
I'm sure we'll meet him again.
I hope so. Anyway, we have a
Yeah,
child.
she might do because the DM definitely enjoyed playing like.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Who is behind the bar?
Okay.
Hello,
So-
my
This
good.
is Samuel.
So it's there's a human man. He's quite muscular, quite tall actually, on the high end of how tall humans get, about 6, maybe 6'1" feet, and big, muscular, and has a tattoo, like almost like a tribal Celtic tattoo on his shoulder, with his sleeves rolled up, a yellow shirt unbuttoned at the top, basically like almost ripping through, like you feel like if he flexes, his whole shirt's gonna rip, with some leather pants on
We're getting
and
our
boots.
drinks served by
Nice.
With a
Dwayne
big
Johnson.
moustache. Bushy
Yes.
moustache.
Yes.
Nice.
And he's stood behind the bar, rubbing away at cleaning some
Vigorously.
mugs.
He picks up a glass and just shatters in his hand.
I did that
Yeah,
yesterday.
so not
Like his
again.
forearms are huge, like probably the size of some of your head.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ. Are we turned on or intimidated?
That's a bit of both of them.
Roll for initiative.
And he kind of sees you enter, and like the bristles of his beard, just, his moustache just like below a little bit.
Like
he
to
goes up
imagine
to
that when
you.
he talks, it just moves.
Yeah.
You can't really see his mouth. It's just like this really bushy
Dr.
moustache.
Zoidberg.
Yeah.
Jeez.
My good sir, that is a very fine mustache.
So I'm just trying to see if I actually have a photo.
I'm gonna draw this and it's gonna be so bad. I'm
I
ready.
definitely have someone somewhere.
Because
Oh, it
that's
doesn't
the
really
Dr.
matter.
Zoidberg with a mustache. So it's fucking hilarious.
A buff Dr. Zoidberg.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, yes.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes, I love him.
Full bunion.
Sorry. I'm back to the game. Sorry, continue.
I just said that is a very, very fine mustache. Is that it?
Are you gonna ask for everyone?
Hello, my name is Aria, and you are?
Arthur Keep.
Arthur.
Keep.
Arthur Keep.
I wasn't expecting such interesting people to walk into my tavern today.
You literally can't see his mouth move. It's a moustache that's like moving.
What does that mean? Interesting.
Yes!
People that you don't normally see.
We are looking for some rooms if you have any.
Well, everyone's welcome at the Early Hound. How many rooms are you looking for?
At least 3.
3.
3?
Mm.
How many nights?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Put us down for 1 for now. We'll see from there.
You do it for 3, I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Oh.
I
I
mean,
do like offers. What's the offer?
Well, for 12 silver, I'll give you 3 rooms for 3 nights. And let's throw a breakfast in there as
That
well.
sounds pretty good.
can I sweeten the deal? What if I'm known known for some of my music. If I maybe played one night, would that get us anything else?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Ah, yeah.
There we go.
That would
Getting
be
bard skills going.
persuasion, wouldn't it? That would make sense. Woo!
Yeah.
18 plus 4. So 22. I can't count.
You're a confident one, I like you. I'll knock 5 copper off it.
Oh, you can't say
So
anything.
that's 11 copper, 11 silver, mind you, and 5 copper. How about that?
That is a good deal. I think we take it.
It's fair.
Let's do
You,
it.
sir.
How much do you want from me? I have no change, so I can give somebody this gold coin.
Maths. So it'd be a gold. There'd be 2 gold coins. Oh wait,
It would be a gold, 2 silver, gold, 1 silver, and 5 copper.
If you want to chuck in a gold, because you don't care about money, do you? I'll chuck in the. I'll do the silver.
He can't do that because otherwise, if he grabs it,
You just like,
Don't have another one, dude.
it's a molten metal shit. It's like
Gold
it's so
dust.
strong, like liquid gold. Like.
It blows out.
I don't know. I know you showed a picture of it, but I'm now just imagining Markiplier with the pink moustache. That's always.
A really
that's
buff
all I'm getting.
Markiplier.
Yeah.
What brings you to town then?
We are actually. Well, I'm looking for this child's father. No, not father, uncle.
Ooh.
I don't suppose you know any fishermen, do you?
I know plenty of fishermen.
Do you know anyone called Garvin?
Go. Go.
I'm thinking it's a fancy gammon.
I don't know about fancy. The problem is, so many people have come through, it's hard to remember everyone's names. I have a good memory, but not that good.
That's fine.
Garvin. Can't say I've heard of it.
That's okay. We
You
were.
say he was a fisher.
Yes, that's what the child said.
Well, I said your best bet is to ask the fishing lot. A
Okay.
couple of them drinking outside.
Oh really?
Here every day. Can't promise you that they'll know him. The old city's fisherman.
That doesn't exactly
Oh,
help.
Is there a rookery here?
what?
A rookery? Any rooks?
I'm sorry, I don't know what a rookery is.
Oh, any birds apart from this bird? Bird I can send message.
Oh, you're talking about the dove pens.
Oh, doves, rooks, yeah, jackdaws, yes.
Chickens.
Something that can fly.
Chickens.
I look up.
Yeah,
Not you.
yes.
Calm down.
It's like,
But
stop.
can't promise the outsiders will get in to have some.
Really? Well,
It's an expensive affair.
maybe I can throw some of this coin their way and I can...
Well, go and speak some million words.
I'll take a bird from them then.
One bird, please.
So, 3 rooms. It's upstairs. The 3 on the left.
Awesome.
Second floor.
Second floor.
Second floor.
Got it. Thank you so much.
No problem. If you need a drink, just come find me.
Oh, I have a question actually. What drinks do you offer?
Oh. Now you're asking the right question. Well, we have the Horseman's Ale. Oh, that's a lovely one, that one is.
Alright.
Specially brewed. Just a little bit of sweetness. But a kick all the same. That's why they call it the Horseman's Ale. Oh, there's a bitter cider. I know that sounds weird. But we call it the sour apple. It's a sour kind of cider. Real back of the throat.
Okay.
That's our specialties. We have locally brewed ales and lagers. We do have an especially nice mead from the Honey Brews.
How much?
A lot of choice.
How much? Right, all varies in price. Which one are you looking for?
The horseman's.
The horseman.
Should we be drinking now?
Oh.
I'll do
A
that,
pint?
but I like the sound of that sour.
Picture!
I look around at you guys.
I mean, we still have to
That's a
find.
picture.
I like the sound of this sour apple, but I will come back later
Yes.
first.
Oh.
Picture.
I'll hold you to it.
Alright.
You can play.
I don't think
So,
have
are you
anything.
getting an ale?
We'll take a picture.
Oh,
Picture.
You might be busy playing music.
Okay.
yeah, not
There'll
yet.
be
Not
two
quite.
silver.
What's the deal? I'll give you 1 silver.
Oh, shit.
My fault.
We have double.
Every time. She's got like a pouch full of gold dust.
And he like picks up basically this small barrel and just
Pours it into his mouth.
they're like massive pumps as well, and he goes.
I just like to imagine you punched a hole in it and then like poured it.
I like he just hands it one-handed to you. And then it's actually quite heavy.
It's like just he puts 2 straws in it or something.
There's 5 drinks in there.
Face? Come on.
Wait, do we have glasses?
Roll for realness.
He like cuts some mugs across.
5 is the
I've-
best tier.
Chuck you one.
I warn you, he's got a kick.
I take a sip.
So at first it's really smooth, really soft, like a really delicious ale, and then there's suddenly something. There's a little kick of a spice that takes a moment to set in, and it's at the back of your throat, and it makes you go.
I make a
And
little
it's like a burning sensation that lasts for 3-4 seconds before subsiding, and you've got this like tingly, sweety taste in the back of your
sounds
throat,
cool.
like I'm thinking like a crackle candy or whatever. it
Popping
is.
candy.
Yes. Yeah, like crackles.
I make a little like whistling noise and all the feathers.
I take a sip.
I told you
I
it's
just
got
start
kick.
drinking. Thank you.
It's strong.
Yep.
It's strong.
Maybe we shouldn't have bought a whole bunch.
Alistair's
Save
regretting
one for me.
all his life decisions leading up to this point.
I'll try some then.
Maybe we'll sit
yeah.
down next.
Dive your head in.
It's just contaminated now with mud.
So when you drink it, your nose just fills with this it's a real burning sensation for you because your smell is so sensitive. It's not pleasant.
It's like worse than swamp water. I'll stick to the mushrooms.
Is there anything you would like
Dragonborn, none for the child this time.
So I just kind of want to get this child back.
You're.
I mean, I'm very, very concerned for the child.
For the kids
Really?
to reach up to
Yeah,
get
yes.
You have fooled me.
The kid is still
Very
dying.
convincing.
At this point, you like people looking past. Oh, sorry, can I get through? Please?
I'm going to.
Watch it. Hey, 2 horsemen, mate. 2 horsemen.
Did he say that to us?
No.
I was gonna say. I'm gonna steal some shit from him. I'm gonna go outside and find these fishermen. He was
I will
talking about.
accompany you.
That was
Once
chilling
Okay.
outside.
you guys get into
If I were
stirring
to
up
find
your
the
asses and
doves.
stuff.
The doves. Maybe it's.
Yeah, so you head outside, and there's a couple of people that look like they're fishermen. In whatever uniform that may be.
Yeah,
Having a drink around a small bench outside. Like
Cool.
a picnic table, really. But that's why I said to her, beat your own fucking fish up, mate.
That sounds like a great joke.
What do you mean you don't get it?
Hello, fellas.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Might I ask you a question?
Well, you can ask me plenty of questions.
Maybe later. I'm looking
Can
for
I
a
ask you
man
questions?
named Garvin. Garvin?
Garvin.
fancy
What's his surname?
Couldn't tell you.
Ask the kid.
Has a kid like yay high?
No, it's his nephew.
No.
His
Oh,
nephew.
nephew. Oh, never mind.
I might do.
Mm-hmm.
What do I get out of it?
You don't get a punch in the face.
Roll me an intimidation.
Oh, you should let me do that. I've got like +4 intimidation, man.
I'm walking out the tavern sort of as.
Wait, can I give her inspiration?
Drink.
Ah, damn
she's
it.
rolled it.
I have got inspiration though from bringing snacks.
Okay, that's fine.
Because that was shit. That was not much better.
How much?
Intimidation.
Oh, please, por favor.
11.
11. Oh, that'll be down.
So you're not going to tell me?
I suppose my lips could be parted for,
Or
well, what you got to offer.
Let's just say maybe we got off on the wrong foot. What would be something that maybe would sway your way?
I don't know, what do you have?
gold.
A what?
The beauty of music.
I have this.
No, ignore him. Just
What the fuck is that?
What?
Is that a fucking worm?
No, we have money. We have money. Just
Obviously.
ignore him. We have
Guy, no call.
Fuck, mate.
Just
I don't like this city folk.
I'm
Shush.
gonna
Oh,
I'm gonna get close to him.
it's a fucking worm.
There's like a small crowd behind him.
Just before you put the worm away, I come up behind you and I'm just like, I just tap you in the back.
Why did we bring them along?
I'm gonna get close to him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lean, like, I'm gonna whisper in his ear. Tell me what you know about Garvin, and we can do something special later.
Oh, me a persuasion.
With a fucking fisherman.
And I also want to try and pickpocket him when I'm doing that.
Oh, okay. Roll me a persuasion and then a sleight of hand.
You shouldn't let me bribe him, then you take the money back.
Persuasion, yeah.
Pick one.
Not great. Persuasion, 10, 11, 14.
Okay.
And then sleight of hand, yeah? Come on, Vax.
Wait, can I give us some bardic inspiration, please? Because this is not going
How
well.
does...
It's
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
you get a certain amount to give
You
out.
can
each
add
time.
D6, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you give her a
1d6 your...
D6.
So this is for the sleight of
So
hand.
you used up one of your uses of bardic inspiration.
Okay, the sleight of hand was better. 18 for the sleight of hand.
Okay, plus the
14
D6.
for the...
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't have to use this, though, do I?
No, you don't.
No,
have
no,
to,
oh,
you don't
Yeah,
mind.
it's going to
Yeah.
go
I
away
have
in
it,
10
though.
minutes.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
give it.
Yeah.
It's going to go away in 10 minutes.
Um,
Yeah, you've only got 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll go 10 minutes.
So I'd say you got the lowest one.
Okay, that was a 4. I didn't mean to roll it. What did I say? 18, 19, 20, 22 for the sleight of hand and 14 for the persuasion.
So you lean in real close and say what you do. Oh, I like the sound of that.
Just hear me vomiting.
As it kind of leans forward and your hand just like slips in, pulls out a little coin purse. Well, maybe it doesn't work on the old market docks, and maybe it doesn't live near there.
Old market dogs.
Old market docks, yeah. Now, what about that payment you were saying?
Later. All in good time.
Well, how am I going to find you?
I have a room here. I'll come back later. I give him a wink.
Jesus Christ, imagine this kid.
Wait,
You're literally just there, just like.
He doesn't get a boner.
You just roll for boner.
We're just walking. I'm just like looking back here. Like,
We've got 3 rooms for 7 of us. So he's gonna walk in.
oh,
like,
fuck's
if
sake!
if you wanted to scare him off, you literally just walk him into one of the rooms and then just be us sitting there.
You already think I
Come to the
should
party.
I said I'd show you a good time. I didn't say we do.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
No,
well,
we're just there, just like.
I said this is my polyamorous relationship.
I'm in love with the bird.
If you have sex with me, you have to have sex with all of us. Yeah, so I give him a little wink and I say, thank you very much. And I say, come on, Danny.
Jesus, I mean, well done for the just grabbing that, but it's so
And so what?
stereotypical. Come on.
Stereotypical? What do you mean?
I mean, the whole wink, wink, do something later, grab your money. Like, how much did he have anyway?
How much did he have?
9 copper.
9 copper.
All that for 9
It's a matter of pride. He doesn't know it. It's
Okay.
Could buy a few
Gold's a
fruits.
lot. Gold is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
It
lot
is,
of money.
We're technically
That's
loaded.
We are very rich.
What can I say?
I
I've been a
am
rich
going
bitch.
to head towards the old market docks. If anybody would like to join me.
I'll come at this point. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm
so-
going to go find the doves.
Alright. Well, we have a base, so we can all
Right,
split
just
off.
as a word of advice, don't offer people worms. They're not going to like it.
What do you know
Friendly.
about city culture?
Damn sight more than you.
I am professional.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Actually, maybe I should go
Make
with
good
him to make sure he
choices.
doesn't fuck up with stuff.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
be
no,
down
fuck
with
it. I want to go with you. I'll go with you.
Rusty and Kensai, you.
I'm gonna go with
Because he seems to always have
Wait,
best
I'm
adventures,
like-
and I want in on this shit.
So, what happened? Sorry.
I'm just asking what you guys are gonna.
I'm
what
gonna
you're
go
doing,
with
what
our-
you're gonna do.
Oh, really? Sorry.
If you get into any trouble, just
Are you
shout,
going
okay.
to find the blacksmith?
I might find one on my way, but I'm going to find the where the doves are kept. Of the messages.
What
I
message are
assumed you
trying to
guys
send?
were like passed out drunk.
Oh.
Like,
That's for me. I might need your help. I'm glad you're coming along with me.
Why?
I might need your hand.
Okay. Should stay with that.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Don't offer me worms, please.
I got no more ones.
Oh, I just realised I've got
I
9
think this one's dead.
Maybe we'll see if there's a pet shop or something. Find a snake.
What did you say? Cities have pet shops.
Maybe. I don't know, do they?
So where are you guys all going? Then?
Where's
Just
everyone
so I
going?
can-
Where's everyone going?
I would like to find the blacksmith.
Blacksmith. You're
So-
going to blacksmith. You're going to a blacksmith. You're going with him.
To find a
To find a nice site.
So
let me
you're
know.
going to go and try and find the thing. That's fine.
Find me a gun.
You're going.
Dano.
I was originally going to go blacksmith, but I think Kensei would make sure the boy was alright first.
Okay. So
I drank you guys.
Drunk a whole picture.
so you two are going to go there. To
Have
find
you finished the picture?
They are. You're.
I've had maybe a glass and a beer.
I'm gonna finish the picture.
Oh no!
I finished
Roll a
off.
Constitution
I
saving
finished
throw.
off my half before I left.
So it's going to be drunk rambling from these two then.
Not bad.
15.
You're not hammered.
18.
You feel
Wow.
the effects, but you kind of. Oh.
Dragonborn.
Are you
Blacksmith.
Let's go.
Born liver, just ground that shit
Okay.
right up.
So we'll go to the boy first.
Okay.
So you make your way south of the city, following one of the other roads that kind of curves around before you come to the old market and passing through these much more smaller buildings now, yet still kind of clumped together. The ground is a lot wetter and marshier, simply because of the nature of it. And you come to the docks in the old market in Silcity Bay. What would you like to do now that you're in the docks?
This is all of this is the old market docks.
Well, old market docks is the left, your right hand side, sorry,
That isn't it?
Oh right, yes, of course.
and the other side is Fisher's Point.
Okay.
At this point, now that you're kind of close to the lakefront, you can see ships passing through these massive stone walls that go out into the river, and there are two gaps in the walls, and you can see these giant chains coming down into the water that dip underneath the water.
Oh, sick.
And there are ships going in and out. There's the sound of seagulls, of wind, and now it's really a strong smell of fish.
Oh,
It's a little bit unpleasant if you're not used to it.
it goes
Coastal,
right up the nose, huh? Oh.
but not sea salty kind of smell either. It's fresh water.
But can we see the sea?
No,
Not from
you
here.
can see across this massive lake and the little slithers of.
Oh yeah,
land
it's a
on the
lake,
ground.
isn't it? Not an ocean.
But yes, you're in the bay.
Mm.
On the edge of the bay.
I'm just
Would you like to do?
But we can see out across. We can see the lake. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the lake.
I think this is the largest amount of water I've ever seen. It's pretty. Anyway, Is there anywhere that looks like houses or?
I'll make a second check.
Oh, pretty good. 22.
Okay, so on the waterfront, it's mostly docks and warehouses. Slightly further inland, towards the road, thick houses all kind of shut together. Probably tiny living space in these really squashed together buildings. So yeah, there's.
Well, actually, now that you've said that, I'd probably be more likely to go to where, like the warehouses and the docks, and see if I could find someone who they work in a position of power, like a boss man.
Sure. Like a quartermaster.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely can do that.
And I would go up to them and ask.
Roll me an investigation.
Oh, 19 again. It's the same, 22.
Okay. So you spend a while with Kensicle, going through the docks, focusing mostly on the fishing places, and you come across one such building. It looks like a warehouse at first, but there are much smaller boats coming in and out, like literally piles of nets and fish in crates piled up next to this building. Do you think that's probably the best place of call? Heading up to it, it's a fairly open building in the inside, but there's like a little office space inside, and there seems to be a man in quite a large hat, sat at a desk, boots up on the table, scrawling some notes out or something. You can see through like this little slightly fogged glass window.
Okay. So the door was open?
The door's slightly ajar.
Slightly ajar, okay.
Yeah.
Hello, hi, sorry to interrupt.
Who's that?
My name is Aria, and I was wondering if you knew a man named Garvin.
Sorry, back that up. You who?
Aria.
What is it?
Outside, just for this one.
What? What are you here for?
I'm looking for a man named Garvin. I was told he was a fisherman here.
God, what's he done this time?
Nothing. Why? Does he get in trouble a lot?
I guess you could say that. He has a tendency to drink
Oh my god.
and turn up late. Hammered.
I have a feeling
What's he
it's
done this
something.
time?
He hasn't done anything. I'm looking for him. This is his nephew.
Kind of gets up. Kind of that last bit seems to like go past his ears as he kind of swings his legs off the desk. Garvin! Come with me. And he just kind of walks out this other door towards where the people that are setting fishing shit up, resailing ships. Garvin, what have you done? I've got a woman here saying you've done something.
Oh, Jesus, I didn't say that. Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Now, Garvin, we've been through this 1,000 times. Just own up to it. I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
My good sir.
Yes.
He hasn't done anything wrong. I feel like there was a misunderstanding. If I could talk to him in private for a moment.
I'll be back for you.
Oh my goodness.
Right, we're in private. And he's literally just stepped you to the wall.
This is Garvin, yeah?
No, this is the other guy.
No, I wanted to talk to Garvin in private, if that's okay. I only need a moment of his time.
Well, I need to know what he's done wrong.
He hasn't.
He's my employee.
He hasn't done anything wrong.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Don't.
I'm telling the truth. Oh, 19 again. 20, 21, 22, 24.
And so at this point where he kind of glances and sees the kid behind. What is this?
His the kid's family, I think, have been killed, and Garvin is the immediate
I
family.
don't want any part of this.
Thank you.
I don't want any parties.
I don't want to get you involved.
Clean my hands of the whole situation.
May I please talk to
Ah, he's
Garvin?
already gone.
I walk over to Garvin.
As it exits the building, does he see me? I'm
Don't
just
do
like
a-
sitting, but
You know.
Good day. Slinks off.
Garvin?
Hi.
Hi. Could I speak to you for a moment?
I didn't get drunk and do something stupid, did I?
Are you drunk right now?
Not that I'm aware of.
Slap him.
Oh, fucking hell! What was that for?
I need you to be on it. You see this kid?
Yes!
Do you know him?
No!
Wow. Okay. That's your nephew.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Oh my god.
My nephew lives with my sister.
Who has died?
Sorry?
She was killed by orcs.
It's a joke.
Am I
You
smiling?
think this is funny?
Am I
Coming to
laughing?
my place of work, ridiculing me in front of my boss, telling him I've done something
That
wrong.
was his weird
And
fault.
then
Your boss is weird.
now you're telling me my sister's died.
I'm not trying to make fun of you. Do you see me laughing?
No.
My companions and I were traveling here, and we came across a lot of houses that had been caught in orc attacks. Unfortunately, your sister's was one of them. I don't think she made it. And there was a note that told us to bring him to you. He had been captured and taken hostage by them.
It's kind of all just washing over
I'm
him.
sorry to tell you all this.
Kind of stumbles, trying to like stand up on the wall and
Cut
just
my
like slide
arm if you want some
into
support.
into all these fish. It's almost a comedy if it wasn't
Jesus.
so
Such a serious.
horrific. What happened?
We arrived after it had happened. All we found was burned remains. I'm really sorry.
Oh, sick.
Just don't breathe the knife.
Stupid word. Son, you've what? You brought a son.
He has nowhere else to go.
God, I can't look after a kid.
Well,
Fucking hell.
I'll give you a moment, and I walk over to Kensei.
This guy is a drunkard. We can't give a kid to him.
Part of me knew this would happen.
Does he have no other family?
I asked Daniel, do you know anybody else that you could stay with? I mean, I suppose we could give him the old... Tell him he's got to straighten up.
how drunk does he look, or like hungover does he look? Just like peering in.
He looks a little bit hungover, but I wouldn't say that he looks. He's not inebriated.
We could also always give him some gold. Tell him that he needs to get his shit together for this kid.
Is that a good precedent to set up? He might be expecting us to pay him to take care of the child.
I don't know.
He seems rather fragile state. Perhaps you should go back inside. I might frighten him.
Don't frighten him too much. You might not want to take him in. You try talking to him.
You realise I just said
I take Daniel down to like the water. I'm like, look at the fishes.
What?
Oh no.
He kind of looks at me and goes, I'm going to be a fisherman. I'm going to catch the biggest fish of all.
I bet you will.
I mean, he's talking now. There's
Yes, he hasn't said much.
sitting his hands, like just rubbing his head, like knees up, almost in a sitting fetal position.
I guess I'll go back in. You there, Garvin?
Who are you? Oh, that's horrifying.
Yes, I know. Also, that's incredibly rude, but still.
Oh, sorry. It's a very frightening mask.
Look, I'm with the lady who just came in to rescue your nephew.
Yeah, I heard.
Listen, I understand you're probably going through a whole lot of different emotions right now. We'll keep a hold of the boy for now, but if you want to, when you are ready, we'll be at the early hound.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
I walk back over. You need time to mourn. I understand that, but remember that this child is, if not more frightened than you are right now, and it needs you. He needs you, fucking hell.
It needs you.
What is it?
That sounds like something you would say.
He needs you. You're his only family.
Yes, I understand.
I will go and talk to your boss and say you need some time off, okay?
Sure.
Early hound, don't forget.
No, I can't have time off. I can't afford it.
Just a few hours just to process, yes?
Very well.
Okay. Thank you for talking with us. And I go to the boss's office.
Can't you remember the boss's what?
I don't think I
It's fun, guys.
Yes.
Garvin will need just a couple of hours off. He's just had some very
over.
He's had horrible news. Listen, he's just had some horrible news and he needs time to process.
Sure.
He'll be back in a couple of hours.
Sure.
Thank you. And I leave.
Okay.
We've done all we can here, let's go.
Okay. So you head back towards the early hound.
Mm-hmm.
And we jump over to Thriskin.
Oh my god. Some levity, please.
So as I was saying,
It can't all be giggles.
finding snakes is
hell?
not always an easy job when you're not got the greatest eyesight.
I mean,
What is your eyesight?
get off to a great start.
I'm telling you, Harish loves me. Why has he not blessed me with snake?
I mean, I assume lizards could do the kind of one eye one way, one eye the other way.
Then clearly I'm cursed.
I mean, you are going cross-eyed right now, and I don't think it's
What?
intentional.
I don't know what you're on
Wait,
about.
watch out for that.
Oh, I don't like the city. Right, let's get to the dowry.
Have you not been in a city before at all?
Only Zeros, which is nothing like this city.
Oh, is that the swamp?
This swamp
Swamp
city. Not much of a city, really.
Oh, I see.
I like ones with large populations of amphibians.
No. Do you mean fish?
No, amphibians.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, it's been a long day.
Right.
Nice.
So, where did he say what this dowry was? Wasn't it
Where was the dowry?
Yeah,
Was it like a...
It's been a long day slash night.
Having
what
like
time it
going
is.
towards the market, you eventually come across a building with a crudely carved wooden dove with the sign, the Dove House, above it, and it has like, it's 2 floors, but the top, the roof isn't really like a roof, it's more like an open space with like, you can see cages up there with an assortment of different birds up there, and you make your way inside. It's quite a small shop, and as you open the door, ding, 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 it kind of jingles a little bit, and it's quite small, quite barren, to be honest with you. There's a desk with like some metal shutters over it. Not shutters, sorry, like a... I'm trying to think, like a chain link fence sort of shape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With a small gap on the bottom where it meets the desk, so that things can be slid through. And behind it, you can see this rather well-postured gentleman in a two-piece suited clothing, and he sort of looks up below some spectacles as you walk in. Yes, may I help you?
1 second, gentlemen. Do you need to send a message at all?
I'm fine.
No, it's just me then. I need your hands. Hello, fine sir.
Hello. May I help you?
This one's looking for a dove to send a message.
Yes, yes.
Well, then you might be in a spot of bother there. We don't send doves.
What?
Doves aren't messenger birds. It's a pun.
I don't trust human hands, okay?
He makes puns, kill
Right.
him now.
Well,
I only trust.
I'm not sure what I know about that, but I can certainly help you send a message should you require it.
Who will be delivering the message?
Well, depends on the distance that it's travelling. If it's a short-term delivery, a raven will do the job just fine.
Raven,
but if
yes.
you're- Right, okay, well.
I apologise.
Allow me to finish my sentiments.
Finish what?
Frisk, calm down.
I'm sorry.
Think about snakes.
Okay.
Your
Unless
friend isn't well traversed in the
he's a special one.
mountains.
Let's leave it at that.
Quite
How much would this raven cost for this trip?
Well, it depends on journeying. Danger also is to be accounted into that. If it's flying over the mountains, over the Great Spine Mountains, then obviously that will incur a much heftier fee, much more dangerous.
Okay.
I can give it this thumb.
Frisk,
And I slam down. Yeah, I know who goes thumb.
Sir, if you don't mind, if you do not...
give us a second. Sorry. Right.
I will have to ask your friend to leave if
Okay.
you do.
I apologise.
Such visual assaults
Okay,
on my eyes.
Right. Everyone, take a breath.
All I want
Just
is
stop. Just come here.
data. This man is crazy. I don't understand. All I want to do is send a bird.
Where does it need to go? Let's get the simple,
Okay,
simple,
right.
finite
I don't have
details.
a map, but it's close to Zeros.
Zeros. Okay, is it going over any mountains? Anything dangerous?
It's going over swamps.
Over swamps.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe a couple trees. Yes.
Just 2 trees.
Okay, so you stay here. I'm going to talk to him. You think about what you need to send. Really get it sharpen your mind.
Why I brought you. Because I need to see with my master. I like to write in his tongue, and my claws are not very good at writing Stellarian. So maybe you can help me.
Yes, right. Just shut up. Stay there.
Oh,
Right.
thank you.
Kind sir, I apologise for the interruption of your probably calm
Take the thumb
day.
away.
Quite so.
I must implore that he is not one of a city, more of a simpleton from a swamp.
Well, I could have told you that.
Yes.
I am offended. And I demand a recompense.
Can I roll an intimidation? Charisma to calm him the fuck down.
Roll me persuasion. It's probably better.
Laughing at that hurt
Fucking
my
hell.
bad knee, but it was totally worth it.
15.
Let us start again. Welcome
Yes.
to the Dove House. May I help you?
You don't do
No,
that.
stay over there.
This man. Okay. I'll be over in the corner playing with worms.
You see him kind of just shuffle over towards the door. Cassandra, I have heard the most outrageous threats have never heard of this.
To how much?
I don't know because I haven't had a slot.
Okay, bring me your bird and I'll whisper in it here.
I cannot just have my birds. I have trained them. Sir, I have trained them.
I will speak to them in their tongue. I bet you can't speak to a bird. I speak to birds.
Cannot talk to animals, sir. That is impossible.
Bring me your
Only
birds.
the mages can do that, sir.
Okay.
My goodness.
Look.
My
Look. Back to your corner. Back to your corner. I am this close to sending you back to the inn.
Okay.
I just need a raven to go
Zeros.
to Zeros. Zeros. Where's another landmark? Anywhere close?
The Great Swamp.
The Great Swamp. Have you heard of anything?
I have not heard of such a place.
Do you have a map? I would assume Mon must have a map for a place that sends pigeons to places and ravens and whatnot.
Of course.
Can you please show me?
Very well. Let me pause that map.
Okay. Now you will walk forwards, point to where this place is, and then you will go back to once where you came.
Oh, this map's not very good.
Oh, shut up!
You can see where it is. It's in the skeleton territories.
How does he not? It's right there. Is he blind?
How much would that cost?
He kind of turns and it's just like a vein.
Giving him a migraine.
The scale skin territories. Why didn't you just say?
I've never been there.
Scale skin.
Shut up!
That is what it's called, sir.
I don't like your tongue.
And quite frankly, sir, neither do I. But
Chris?
we're doing business, and therefore let us stick to such matters.
Lizard folk territories.
Whatever you would rather call it, sir, is fine with me. Seros, you say.
Yes,
Do you have anything that might be of use, that might guide my beautiful birds, sir? That is a tongue. I'm going to remove your tongue and give it to you.
No, I mean I'm going to talk to it.
I will tell you what, I am so flabbergasted by what you said. I remain here at once. And he goes past the desk and up through some doors, and you can hear him absolutely outrageous. And then he's gone for about 5-10 minutes, and you're kind of stood there like, he's not coming back, is he?
Don't you stop.
And just as you think he's not coming back, he walks back down again. He's got a raven in his hand.
Finally.
Now, Lucilia, don't attack him. I know that he is rather unique. But this fine fellow thinks that he can talk to you, and you know that he can't. I'm the only one. I'm the only one.
No, cast speak with animals.
And now you can speak to the bird. I don't even know how to write this in notes.
Just put a time
Thrisk
stamp.
went to a room and said a hilarity ensued.
So, Bird, is your name really Priscilla? I thought not.
It says that is what he calls me.
Do you like
you
that
don't
name?
really talk to them. You basically get in their
Oh,
head and you
is
kind
it
of understand them.
like
speak with animals is like a telekinetic.
So basically, what I can see is him going
Yeah.
Pretty,
with
that's
a
how we're
raven.
gonna do it, yeah.
Yes.
That is what he calls me.
So I need you to go to Zeros, the swamplands. You know where that is?
I don't know the name Seros. I know the north. I can find the north.
Okay. Do you know where the bogs are? You know, wet, very wet, swampy.
It's all swamp.
It's the north.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to send a message to my master Vilyak, but he's a hermit.
Do you have something of his?
Yes. Yes, I should.
And at this point, it kind of like turns in his hand and treats me very well. He gives me many seed. I like seed. Lots of seed. Lots of seed. I like seed.
It's not
fucking bird.
It's like the bats with
Not
the
a fucking
bread.
bat in the bird.
No complaints then, and I won't cut off his tongue.
Sorry?
Oh, did I say that aloud?
Yes, yes, you did.
Whoops. I didn't mean to say that. So, I'll give you this. I'll pull out a little piece of rag that was attached to his rag, and it
Okay.
smells
It kind of
dirty.
looks at it in that way the birds do. I can sense him.
You smell it? Yes. Right. Now, Porcella, I need to write the message. So I'm just going to give you back to this crazy man. Yes. Now it's time to write.
Yay.
Ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so dearest Master Biliak, I'm writing to tell you that I have arrived in a city.
Do you want to be more specific?
Silcity.
Silcity.
Yes, I didn't want to tell him.
Why?
It got issues. I won't go
I
into
think
it.
he had. Okay.
So, I'm really wanting to know. Ask him if there's any druids that I can go see. I'm looking to further my training. And tell him that he must keep the alligators away from the moths.
I am starting to question my life choices.
It means something. It doesn't mean literal. It's not literal. Okay, it's not literal. Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
course.
There's a very, very
Stop.
complex political
Okay,
system.
I honestly, Chris, I don't care.
You wouldn't understand.
I don't want to understand. Let's just.
One day I'll take you to the swamp.
No, please don't.
Please. You'll love it.
No,
it's
I
a
won't.
wonderful swamp.
I really.
Okay, that'll do. Tell him much love. Yes, and tell him
Yes, and tell him.
frogs are very nice in these areas.
I'm just gonna say.
Say they're very nice in these areas, please.
Areas.
Thank you.
Let's just end this letter in that way.
It's yours. Yes. Oh, you've got magnificent handwriting. I like it. Give it to this fella. I don't want to look at him.
Kind
He
sir,
takes it.
what's your name so I have someone to call
Skin.
you in case I need
Will his
you
reply
again.
come here?
Shush!
I want to write this down even though I'm not there.
Good.
Wish I had a transcript. What the fuck just happened?
I don't know.
My name is Hiram.
Hiram. Well, Mr. Hiram, I apologise for that traumatic couple of moments. I must say I wasn't expecting it either. I can pay you for your troubles. How much?
Well, you're sending this raven up towards the lizard folk territories.
Yes.
Then, by estimation, it's not too dangerous. 20 gold.
20 gold.
Gold.
Of course.
Yeah, I
This
take
is
it.
not
I take it
Poor
back.
man's affair.
I take it back. He's paying.
Fine,
Of course, all
fine.
this
20 gold.
Consider that your recompense.
Have an extra one on me for the
Probably
trouble.
originally 5 gold. They were just pissed me off.
Oh, come on! Maybe work on
By far
catching
my
things.
favourite NPCs
Well.
ever.
When will we hear back?
I'm.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I just want to know all the details.
I
you see.
understand, but I do have a small monologue that I must deliver.
Oh, for God's sake. Go
Make
for
this
it.
your biggest
Shush!
priority.
Down, boy.
Well, fine, I'll answer your question. It can depend whether or not the recipient will be able to respond. But It could be anything up towards a month, maybe even longer.
Well, okay. I'll give you a piece of me, and then you can send me a letter if...
What? What? A piece of you?
Yes.
Use your words.
I do not want a part of your body.
How about I send something, or I don't know. Yeah.
Are you not
We might not be
residing
here
in
for that
the
long.
I'm nomadic.
Could the Raven, right? Could the Raven possibly find him through his disgusting stench anywhere?
Well,
for
that
some
would
reason?
most likely cost you more. But no, it wouldn't. It would go to the location and fly back to me, and then I'd have to send it out again. But again, as you so eloquently put it, I would require a piece of you to do so.
Fine.
Oh no! Just...
Are you at? Oh,
Oh,
sir, what are you doing?
No!
No, sir, not in my shop! Not in my shop! Out! Out with your... Out!
What?
Out! I will not stand for this.
You better send that message, or I will not.
I will send the message you have paid, but sir, I will not have you cut off your toes and mine. Ah! Get it away from me!
Okay.
Out! Out with your...
I don't understand city
I
customs.
don't even have any words to... I'm just gonna leave.
Toenails.
Door shuts behind, and...
Can I just slap him in the face?
Best NPC so far.
I love that.
NPC.
That was a great NPC.
Oh
Jesus
my
fucking Christ.
I love him. I swear to God, I regret. No,
It was
don't.
his fault.
No.
Well, whilst we're walking back, I wonder how the others are getting on.
Oh my, such a contrast.
Aren't you glad you came with me?
I just at that point I literally just slapped him in
Oh.
the face.
Oh.
Apps.
Oh.
Get back to the inn.
So with that, you make your way back to the inn, and we are going to jump. I know it's reach and so much, but I want to make sure that everyone's had their fair share. So we're going to
We've
jump
got loads
to...
to do in this city, so might as well.
I know. We're going to jump to you guys and the blacksmith.
We're just
So-
walking the dog.
Mildly drunk.
So, you actually will be walking with them for a little while as they kind of find this dove cave, and you continue on to this marketplace. And asking around, you kind of get directed, of course, a couple of odd looks because of your company, which is just the nature of where you are.
Guy doesn't like stairs.
What,
As
like-
it, no.
He just gets his sword out.
I mean, who does?
But
like
they
Just
direct
go to the
you.
point of stairs. Like, what I can fly up them.
They direct you to a place called the Smoke and Blade,
That's where they get lit.
which is it number 8 on your map, in the New Market, and you make your way there.
Here.
the smoke and
The
blade.
Smoke and Blade. So what you can see is this smaller building, where the other buildings are wood or log with plastered walls. This one is like stone brick. It's a stone brick wall. You almost think that it's like it looks like its own small castle, but it's very, very small. And there is no door. It's just an open entranceway, and you make your way inside. You're met by the smells of coal and a stuffy sensation. It's hot, it's humid, the air is thick. Almost everything that you can see around you has soot on it. This thin sheen of water on the floor dripping from the ceiling. There's a stone forge alongside one of the walls, and behind that are some stone steps that seem to head upstairs. Wooden plank beams are going across the ceiling, and they're showing water damage. Clutters of work in progress around the open forge, and stands of weapons and armour on the opposite side. It's a pretty messy and chaotic space. Ting! 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 There's a bald-headed man with these swirling tribal tattoos down his arms and up his bald head. Tufts of hair of a regrowing beard on his face. He's burly and muscular. He's wearing a red linen tunic, and he's just hammering away at something on the anvil. This red hot blade. Doesn't even hear you enter.
Hello, sir.
Oh. How are you?
I was wondering if I don't know.
I was just going to look for some scale mail, and I want to sell some leather armor as well.
I want to see the armor you're talking about.
I just give him like my old leather armor. Not the best condition, but it can
Well,
be
see,
used.
so it's a little tattered on the sides. Worn. Blade marks. Where'd you get this?
It was mine. Yes.
I don't know how much it is in the player's handbook, but it's
lead.
part of that. I'll tell how much I'm willing to pay.
I mean, that sounds fair. It's not in the best condition.
Your friend, he mentioned armor? Or is that you?
I wanted to buy some scale mail.
Scale mail?
Yes.
I'm sure I have some of that around.
Sounds like snail.
Sorry.
Also, given the fact that you wanted a blacksmith, I'll say that you can.
Just
That
about
you're
got
passing
enough.
it on your way back.
I wouldn't mind
Just
coming
about
as
got
well.
enough, yeah.
Were you talking to Jack?
Yes, but I'm.
I mean, they're together, so.
Where is
I'm sure. I'm gonna say that you can go to the blacksmith if you.
where's
say
the bird emporium?
right around the corner.
Just literally, so we
Right
can
around.
end up.
We could all
Theory,
meet at the
all of you
blacksmith.
could-
Yeah.
you trail in kind of a
Make it
little
like
bit.
a
Yeah,
Disney
yeah.
princess moment. Do it.
So I'll let you come in, but I'll give them another.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
you're here as well.
I've got 50 gold. Scale mail is
50
50 gold.
for scale now.
Yes.
Let me have a wee look around and see if I've got some. I remember me. He just.
Should we get armor for the dog?
We'll wait until he's a permanent member of the
Yeah.
then
And he picks up this, it's a little bit warm. But it looks in pretty good condition. I can give this a polish off and you can have this. 50 gold.
Sounds reasonable.
Right. Pulls up a stool.
Give him the pouch of gold.
Well, 1 second.
Oh,
I'll
sorry.
make sure your armor's in fine tune.
What's your name?
Marcus.
Sorry.
Marcus.
You've been
And
welcome.
you?
As the accent Alexander Arnold the First.
Well, I'm not going to call you that. I might call you Ali.
No, just call me.
Ali it is, then. There, buffed up. Good as new.
Thank you.
50 gold.
Chuck in the pouch, 50 gold. I just stuck
Tips it
it
out. Counts it out. Fair.
So how long
Hope
have
it
you
gets you
been
good use.
How long have you been working here for?
Here?
Yeah.
God, now that's a question and a half. Better part of 8 years, give or take.
Fair enough.
Can't quite remember when it started.
Are you from here then?
What gave it away? The accent I did.
Pretty much.
I know I'm not from around here. Drake on Isles.
Have I heard of that place?
It's just off the rest of the coast.
Oh, so
Skellig.
it's quite far.
Yeah.
Is it,
Ooh.
is it far?
It's
Oh.
almost as if it's a complete rip-off. Sorry?
Is it far?
No, not really. Like, people sell there.
Oh.
And it's no bit dangerous.
So quite close then.
I guess you could see that.
Thank you for the armor.
No problem.
I was wondering if you might have some bows.
Some bows.
Well,
Depends what you're looking for. I'm not much of a fletcher. I'd say if you're looking for bows or anything of that sort, you're better off going across the road to the Feathered Fool.
Thank you. I was also looking for a rapier.
A rapier? Now that I can help you with. I got one just here. I made this one the other day. It's a fine sword. Beautiful, elegant and light. Have a wee look at that. It's a really light sword.
Can I just hold it and give it like a few like?
It's so quick. But as you're looking at it, it's quite a rounded blade with a very sharp end.
Mm-hmm.
So you think it's not really a slashing thing. It's more about you stick it into people.
Needle.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly like that.
I'll take it.
Excellent. Whatever it's worth.
It is what?
I'm very well known with his words.
25 gold.
That'd be 25 gold then.
Give him the.
Thank you very much.
You say your name was Marcus?
Marcus, aye.
Gaia.
Guy, it's good to meet you. I've never met any of your kind before. But I suppose there's all strange matters of beings out here in the east.
Well, you.
Hello.
So, did you send a message off?
Oh, you guys know each other then?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, we're
see.
sort of, well, travelling together, I guess.
Look, if he
By
gets us in
circumstance.
trouble, just put him outside for a minute.
What about you, sir? I saw you come in as well. You're looking for anything in particular? Anything that takes your fancy?
It's been
Just having a look around.
a rough moment.
Very well. Mind the mess, I apologise. So, I'm so sorry to ignore you. What can I do for you?
Frisk.
Brisk.
Do you do
Marcus.
scythe?
Scythe?
Nice scythe.
A scythe? I'm afraid not. That's a bit out of my comfort zone making.
Really?
I've never made a scythe before. It's not really
Never.
my forte. Blades, armors, shields, that sort of thing.
Where
That's
can I
mine.
find scythe?
A scythe? Oh.
Yes.
I mean, you're better luck asking a farmer for one of theirs.
Really?
But I can't say it's a suited weapon.
Wait, Frisk, why is your foot bleeding?
Don't worry about that. I just have to make a slight improvisation.
A slight improvisation. Oh my god.
You look like you need a drink.
Dara and I have had a wonderful day.
Oh, wonderful day!
I sort of just take you outside.
Oh, don't
Come
touch
on.
me!
Okay.
And as they're going out, I assume this is when we would come
Yep.
in. So like they're going.
Why is your foot bleeding?
I do make a slight trade.
Whatever.
Right!
Hello, good sir.
Ah! Greetings.
Aria. Nice to meet you.
Marcus.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
Got a few customers here, but I'll try and get to you.
No rush, no
It's quite
rush.
a inflock I've got all
We're a
at once.
motley crew, aren't we?
Oh, you're together?
Yes.
Wow, that's quite a selection of you.
You have something for everyone, you see.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
So, what can I do?
Who was next? Do you want to go next as you were there first?
No, you crack on. Crack on.
Do you sell crossbow bolts?
I'm afraid it's not really
Not
my
your
thing. I told your companion here, your best bet is to go across the road to the Feathered Fool.
Feathered
And
Fool.
then,
Okay.
oh, such, he's a Fletcher.
Oh, nice. And do you sell leather armor?
Oh, absolutely.
I need something that's a little bit better than this.
I can see you're very well unprotected.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Practically falling apart.
I'm sure I can find something that's that will fit your frame.
Thank you.
I might have to make a couple of tweaks to it, but I tell you what, give me 10 minutes.
No
And you
problem.
see him shuffle off to one side of the room. He's like shuffling through some armor, making some up, and he takes a piece of leather armor. It's like almost like a body kind of suit-ish thing, and brings it over. Do you mind just standing still for a second? Excellent, I'll be back. And he goes over, makes a couple of cuts and some weaving, brings it back. I'm not a fine leather worker, but this will stop you from getting stabbed.
Well,
That's always a bonus.
in my line of work, that's a good thing.
I take it you're, I usually get soldiers and mercenaries coming in here. I assume you're a mercenary band.
Sure.
Of the sorts.
Of the
yeah.
sorts.
Looking for work, mind you.
Work.
Possibly.
I'm sure you're gonna find some here. There's always work to be done in Silcity.
Mm,
Always
good
work to
know,
be done.
good to
Do
know.
you have any pointers of where to go?
My gosh. Well, if you're of the maybe underworld sort, your best bet is looking for King Mayfly.
King
He's
Mayfly.
always looking for people, but can't say that I'd suggest that.
Mayfly.
King Mayfly, hi.
Why wouldn't you suggest?
It's an underworld, you know.
Ah, okay.
I know.
Pesky bunch of bastards, if you ask me, but,
When you
I mean,
mean
they have
underworld, you mean the sewers.
You're not going
well, I
in this.
suppose that's part of it.
Oh.
I've not got myself involved, but it's hard not to when you have someone who runs anything
Who
like
is
criminal
the
underworld.
ruling party here? Our lord or lady or king, queen? I don't. I mean, I would know that. Ari would know that, right?
Maybe. Let's find
That
out.
face is
I know
terrifying.
that.
Did you find the kids?
Real.
Yeah,
It's
why
a
is
long
he
story.
with us still?
It's
No,
a
I
long
wrote
story.
this down, where is it?
No, you
How you
don't
doing,
know.
boy?
You don't.
Early on, you didn't just rub blood all over his fucking head.
No. I cleaned that up.
It's a long story.
That'd be
I'll tell you later.
that'd be King Duncan.
King Duncan.
King Duncan.
Does he dunk?
Rose, he lives in that fat castle over there. You see. And he kind of shuttles to the door. You can see like just the crest of
Like tower.
castle towers in the distance.
Duncan.
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 Duncan Selderson.
So
Did you say he was the king?
Hi, King
King
Duncan.
Duncan.
King Duncan.
Did he give me studded leather armor? Any chance?
Sorry?
what armor did he give me?
Leather armor.
Just straight leather.
I mean, you didn't
So
ask for
you asked for-
studded.
I've got leather already. I need studded.
So
My,
we can make it.
Retcon.
We'll make it stuff.
sure?
Yeah.
I can ask again if you want.
No,
me,
that's
or
fine.
if
That's fine.
I- Can I just have a look?
Yes. Do you know how much it is?
Oh yeah, studded leather.
It costs
I should have said. I'm sorry.
45.
That's right.
45.
45.
Give him 45 gold.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for giving me stuff that I won't get stabbed.
Anyone else looking for something to protect themselves or deal some damage?
How
You
long
go
are you
on.
at
What are you buying?
What are you quiet?
crafting stuff or remaking weapons, putting accessories to them? Are you good at
Asking
that?
me for crafting? No, I mean, I'm an artisan, so absolutely I can craft. I don't just sell the shit.
I might have a couple of requests for you. I almost went into accident. A couple of requests for you in the future.
Well, I'm gladly accept them, but I must, full disclosure, it's going to take me a while to get to stuff like that. The army are putting on a lot of orders, so
What?
you know.
The army of the Fate of the Nine.
Ah, yeah,
Yes,
they're putting a
Fighting.
lot of orders for new weapons and armor, and it's kind of overwhelming. I'm trying to look for an apprentice, but I don't really have time to get out and look
You're
around.
looking for an apprentice.
Well, I'm looking for someone that might have some skills, or if I did, I'd be able to get your order a lot quicker. But as it stands right now, I don't have the time to spare.
How young would you take?
Well,
in?
young enough that they can hold a hammer and do a job.
I was thinking of.
Curved blades. Do you do them?
Scimitar.
That's the one.
Absolutely.
Thinking what I'm
How much is a scimitar?
Check the player's handbook. It'll be in there.
Jesus, that's a break.
25 gold.
Did you not see me with a
Here
gun?
it is 25
He's got its player's handbook, don't you?
Yeah.
A fresh scimitar for you, sir.
Oh, beautiful.
How many
All I know is that this guy
handbags
was pissed off his face.
A hand axe.
Yeah, we might do that.
In the shop, are they?
Yes.
Frisk, for some reason I don't trust you with a scimitar.
Why, I am brother. I can slice.
Stop slicing.
Sam,
Please.
If I may,
what is
sir.
studded leather armor?
What
What
is
is that?
Happy to help. What can I do for you?
It's
Is
15 armor.
Oh,
12 plus a day.
12 plus dex. Yes, I
Ah,
get
yeah.
by one.
I got to
Thank you.
Ken say.
Sorry, so
It's good to
15
meet
plus
you.
or minus.
That's an awfully terrifying mask you got on there.
Mine's
14
15 now.
plus a day.
Yes.
Where's that from? You've never seen that kind of armor before.
Yes, I'm hearing that quite a lot in some kind of no, but I have a request to you, if you may. You can,
Absolutely.
you consider yourself the best blacksmith in your city, then?
Well, I'd like to think so.
You get
I'm
discounted
certainly
stuff.
the most requested from.
Perhaps I will have to do. And I pull out the 2 broken katanas.
Oh. I see these. My, I've never seen a blade like this before.
If you needed to, could you repair it?
Maybe. Where did you say it's from?
From the Pearl Islands.
My, that is depends how far away your ways.
There it is.
Well, it just seems you're being luck. I might not be able to fix it, but I certainly know someone who might be able to.
Who might that be?
Kyoko.
Gyoko.
Hi. He's a armor smith, weaponsmith that runs a store for those looking for more exquisite arms.
I see.
But of course, a lot of the folk here don't trust none of that foreign shite, so they don't go there as often. But I must say that they're such fools, because weapons like these are some of the most well crafted. It'd be an injustice if I tried to fix something that I'm not skilled enough to repair. It certainly wouldn't have its own properties.
Well, I appreciate your concern.
It's a beautiful blade.
Where might I find this Kyoko?
Now, if I recall correctly, you'd have to follow the market street all the way down. You'll come into it eventually. If you head towards the east gate out of, when you get to the road outside the market, you'll find it.
I feel like it's the kind of thing that you won't be able to miss.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more help, but at least there's someone that might be able to assist you on that.
No, this is more than I expected, thank you.
No problem.
My good sir, it is a long shot, but is there any magic practiced in this city? Magic practitioners?
Absolutely not.
None whatsoever?
No. Why, any of your mages?
No, I have very little experience of magic, but I've heard about all the things it can do, and I just thought maybe we could.
No, we don't practice that kind of thing here. That's
Is it banned?
That's a thing for the elves and their kind. It's not.
Standing right here.
I could
Good-
feel
good
you.
to
I
know.
didn't want to say
Look at
anything.
it.
Good to know.
I'm not one to judge. I'm from a place destined from here as well. But the folk around here aren't exactly the most welcoming when it comes to those that practice magic. If you're looking for something that's a little bit different, I won't say if it's magic or not, then you'll probably want to get yourselves over to Outrageous Oddities. That's a place for strange artifacts, if anything else.
Such an inconspicuous name.
So many places to go in the city.
Do you buy things?
3 days.
If you've got something worth buying,
And I just clank down this iron short sword that I was given in the arena.
I mean, it's a little shite, but it's rusted. But it works, it's still got an edge. Have you been using this?
I've been sharpening it with my claws.
Oh. I'm surprised it did anything. But it can be refined. I'll tell you what, I'll buy it off you for, I'd say about half what I'm willing to pay for you, if I'm quite honest with you, sir.
So
Whatever,
half
it's half what
Oh, yeah.
I think you can
Take the player's handbook.
What was it?
I love how that
Iron
now the
short
player's
sword.
handbook is now canon in this world.
What is it, please?
It's like we'll be in the middle of battle. And like, one sec, I've just got to open the
That's
player's
like a
handbook.
it's
Can
like
I-
a religious
can I
text.
help
So
you?
it's
5 gold.
I'm sorry.
It's worth 10
So
gold.
5 gold.
Apologies if you,
That's good. I'm happy with that.
we got off on the wrong foot there. It's
Don't worry about it. I've had a much worse day. You are far from the most. Don't look at me.
I'm sensing a little bit of tension here.
You don't even
Oh,
want
you
to.
don't. Yeah, you really don't.
We
want
had a
to.
nice
I don't
trip.
think
No,
I
we
really
didn't.
was.
The bird didn't
Stop talking.
So where? I'm assuming you
It's the
guys
most
are
charismatic
not from
bard I've
town.
ever
I've never
seen.
seen you guys before. Where are you hitching up?
At the Early Hound.
Ah, good choice.
Yeah, the barkeep's
Suppose that
quite a
room's always wrong.
character.
Yes,
Always.
it did seem very busy. Obviously popular.
It's a popular place. It's probably the most well-respected establishment here.
Oh, we picked
So
good
city.
then.
Aye,
Well, thank you so much.
not like half the other places around here.
Oh, well, good to know.
Yeah, if you find yourself at the all I'll say is from one foreigner to another.
Mm.
If you find yourselves at the Sickly Earl, keep a mind on your pockets.
Good to know. Thank you.
Sickly.
Oh.
Sickly Earl.
Stop
Upper
thinking about
watch
alcohol,
your
Jesus.
pockets. Watch your pockets.
Says the pickpocket.
Excuse me, I'm a crow at watching my pockets.
She stares. She's sleeping, and her eyes go different ways, staring at her pockets. It's like you know she's asleep when that happens.
In fact, to be honest with you, I'd keep an eye on your pockets
In
all the
general.
time.
Yeah, I mean that's
There's
anyway.
always
I pat my pockets.
I was like shit.
Oh yeah, I pat my pockets.
you won't have your money.
Yes.
Well, that's tempting.
Pat each other's pockets. Hey,
It's getting kinky. No.
Oh yes, you still have to do your promise that the thing that you promised the guy.
But you didn't hear that.
Listen,
Well, you know, you were
I was
drinking.
literally coming out.
Oh, okay.
I'll figure something out. Don't worry. I'm not actually going to do it. Are you kidding?
You saw that guy's face. It's just fucking ugly.
Oh, it's not that. I just don't want to.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I think that's pretty. You've given us a lot of information.
Oh, the
I saw
apprentice-
you perusing through the
Yes.
some of the spare items.
I need to think
Yeah,
about
I
it.
just-
It's a tricky situation.
I just come over with a hand axe and rope. Does it have rope?
Yeah, that'd be right there.
Yeah. And put down the money. 6 gold coins.
Is that how much it is for hand axe? It should be, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5 for the hand axe
That's
and
fine.
1 for the rope.
Fine purchase.
See, you know how we're longbow buddies? Well, now we're rapier buddies because I've already got one. Oh god!
Do you like my carved blade?
Actually, you will need to tell us about that bleeding foot though.
Oh no, please.
So just so you know, if you're looking for anything else in the future, we're open from 9 till 5.
Nice.
So keep an eye out.
Working 9 till 5.
We can not
What a way to
do
make
it.
a
Like,
living.
where's
What a
the
way
music
to make
coming?
11.
Now you're leaving till 5 in the morning.
No! Are you making Dolly Parton?
Oh,
Leaving till 5 in the
one
morning.
last thing. I
Let
don't
evil
suppose
work
you
out.
deal in this, but do you make lockpicks?
A very strange question. Why?
I'm a strange woman.
Roll for mystery.
Roll for intrigue.
You're over being able to pull
That's
the
not
marquee.
really.
I forget my keys a lot.
That's not really my area of expertise.
Okay, fair enough. Just thought I'd ask. No problem.
Well, I've got to get back to work.
Thank you so much.
You feel free to continue to peruse, but I've wasted enough time conversing. Not that it wasn't enjoyable.
Mhm.
It's good to be able to talk to someone here for a change.
People want
Thank
down
you.
here aren't friendly then?
You're right, but those that come in, not really have to converse inside.
That's a good thing we're here then.
Quite so. Well,
Good day to you, sir.
good day.
We'll be back.
Goes back to
Woo!
So
Lots
fly.
of places to go.
We'll be back.
We need to go to the place opposite.
So many places to go.
a lot of options.
A lot of places.
And I fear not enough time.
Well,
What time is it now?
3 days.
It's 25 past 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant in the game.
Oh right.
Wait, it's 25 past 7.
It's
Mhm.
Mm.
Still got to find a wagon and horses as well.
I'm gonna say it's about 2 p.m.
Oh, okay. So
You got here fairly early in the morning.
Cool.
Okay, should we end it there?
Yeah, I'm losing that.
Cool.
Conk and Kraken.
Next week's the shopping episode.
I did really have one fight, a little bit.
No combat.
Roleplay says.
That's such a contrast between delivering the news of this man's sister's death
Don't.
to arguing with a shopkeeper.
See, I knew there was a reason why I didn't like your character, and that was it.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with
No,
it?
I mean that in like I don't actually literally hate character, you know what I mean?
I was thinking, like, all things considered, pretty chill reaction to a guy ripping his own toenail.
I was a toenail.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a toe.
Yeah, no,
I
I thought it was a toe. I thought it was a toe.
More chill.
Because all I saw was this.
Liz's nails are really tough.
Yeah,
the claws.
I'll tell you what, I'm never going anywhere with your character again.
Absolutely.
You said the adventures would be fun, and they were fun.
I don't know, man. That was extreme.
You have to conspire to put the two together.
It was like babysitting.
I hope you wrote the message right.
I'm intrigued by that underworld sort of thing.
Yes, that's where I want to go. I want to go to the underworld.
Which side of the law we want to go?
Yeah. No, as soon as you said it, I saw you go.
Thriss just thinks that you were just going into a sewer, and it's perfect.
Oh, I love your
And
characters.
knowing the way in
so
which
much.
all your fucking characters' alignments are, it's like, well, you're all probably going to go and do something that's really like little bit
Nasty.
little bit good, little bit bad, little bit of both.
little bit of both. If you get paid, that's awesome.
In all honesty, get out of the city.
Very mighty nine.
I don't know how long we're going to stay in the city for.
Okay, who wants to end the episode? Because it's not actually.
Bye!
Thank
Yeah.
you for listening. Thank you for listening to this chaotic episode.
This was the most chaotic
Yeah, it's
episode.
my
This was.
fault. And tune in next week, I guess.
Please.
Bye.
We rely on you. Thank you.